Nice. All right, Rob G. Another disappointing outing for the United States U.S. men's baseball team, the U.S. Team USA, the WBC, all that. They lost to Venezuela yesterday and the fallout.
Yes, sir. You know, considering that baseball is supposed to be America's pastime, we sure do lose a lot.
Doubleday.
We sure do lose a lot on the big stage.
Are you doubling up on material? I'm
trying to.
Okay.
That's a tease for you coming up later this week on the Restricted Area Podcast. No, but yeah.
I like it.
Another loss for Team USA in the gold medal round of Valenzuela this time. And you know what's funny is, in this game, it was setting up for the big dramatic finish. You know, they're trailing by 2 late in the game. Bryce Harper comes up with arguably the biggest hit of his baseball career, considering time and score and when he did it. And he was all set up to play the hero. And lo and behold, USA gives it right back, not even 10 minutes later. They go on to lose the game. And surprisingly, or unsurprisingly, depending on how you look at it, the big story of the game wasn't necessarily Bryce Harper's home run. It wasn't even Valenzuela getting the win. It was, well, Aaron Judge let us down again. The captain, Team USA, Captain America, in the knockout rounds. 2 for 11, 5 strikeouts, 0 RBI. He's taken a lot of arrows today on this network and on other networks. Rob, you're the biggest Aaron Judge fan there is.
I'm not a fan.
Three-time MLB Bro of the Year.
I'm not a fan.
Does he deserve the slander for letting us down once again?
No way, no how. It's always easy to point and pick out the big dog. I get it, right? You expect big things from him, and I get it. He was 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts, so he should get some pushback, and people have a right? Because had he hit the home run or hit the home run to win it, he'd be getting mad love, and everybody would be talking about all rise Aaron Judge. So I'm not even going to go there. I get that comes with the territory. But he's like a lot of other stars in those moments. We talked about it before. I brought up Ted Williams, Barry Bonds before that 2002 playoff series against the Angels, the World Series against the Angels, when he hit 500 and they still lost in 7 games. There's plenty of those opportunities. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I get the frustration. There were times for people to go out and say he's never gotten a big hit in the postseason is ridiculous. We sat here last year. He hit 500 in the playoffs last year for the Yankees. A couple years ago against Cleveland, he had a big 2-run game-tying home run late in the game. He's had big hits, big home runs. Is it as many as people would like or every situation? Of course not. And I get it. You could say the same thing. If you want to go look at Ohtani's World Series batting average.
Why you got to bring him up, Rob?
I'm just talking about the 2 biggest stars. Look it up real quick. His postseason. It ain't good. The Dodgers have won back-to-back World Series, and Shohei has been Ohtani has been no Tani because he hadn't shown up.
He's batting .248 with the Dodgers.
That's in the postseason, and I bet you it's worse in the World Series because you remember last year he scuffled.
Yeah, he did.
That's all I'm saying, and I'm not. It's not an excuse at all. But this notion that you would rather take Bryce Harper over Aaron Judge, I don't see that. And even career, as good as Bryce Harper is in those situations, I'm going to take Aaron Judge.
So the answer is no. Bryce Harper is very good. He's going to go to the Hall of Fame. He has had an amazing career, especially considering, and you know this, the hype. He was in high school being hyped up.
And deserved the hype.
Yeah, and so to be hyped up like that, and you know my theory, anybody who lives up to it, LeBron coming up, we all knew about him since he was 15, and to live up to it, Bryce Harper, since he was 15, 16, whatever it was, as well. So Bryce Harper has done that. But I do think there's tiers, right? And Bryce Harper is more Kevin Durant to Shohei and Aaron Judge's, peak LeBron and Kobe. You get what I mean? When LeBron and Kobe were competing for 1 and 2.
And let me just give you this real quick, because you're okay.
I think I had his whole postseason, 33 games in his postseason career.
Is that who?
Ohtani.
Okay, but here's my thing. Harper came in 2012. Judge came in 2016. You ready?
Yeah.
Judge still has higher WAR, more home runs, higher batting average, higher slugging, higher OPS, more MVPs, more batting titles, and more Silver Sluggers.
Which leads to my point. He's Kevin Durant to Aaron Judge is Kobe or LeBron. There were tiers. There's always tiers. Like when you look at, there are guys who are really good and they're right there. He ain't that. We talk about all the time with the four horsemen and the quarterbacks. Like there's guys right there. Justin Herbert, really good.
But he ain't
Patrick Mahomes. He ain't Josh Allen good. He ain't Lamar Jackson.
He ain't even Lamar, where Lamar's won almost 3 MVPs. He hasn't done any of that.
That's what I mean. So there's tiers to this, and I think Bryce Harper is a step below the guys we're talking about, the Shohei.
And I'm not mad if people want to push back on Judge. He was 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts.
But here's what I'm going to throw him some bail. He was 0 for 4. He didn't show up when you wanted him to. But I'll throw him some bail because – our bats are supposed to be amazing. In the last 2 games, we got 4 runs.
No, I get it.
So, Aaron Judge didn't help out, but he wasn't alone. And this isn't alone. This isn't his team, singularly the Yankees, right? That's different. You are the El Capitan of this. You are the man. You're the chief of our team.
But this is a
murderer's row.
Yes.
This is a stack. You're the man on your team. You're the man on your team. You're the man on your team. So, to me, all of those guys fell short when you only scored 2 runs in the last couple of games.
And that's perfect because normally, in a situation, you should be able to, like if they should have been able to win because the other team didn't score that many runs. They only gave up 3. Their pitcher gave up 4
as well in the last 2 games. Yeah.
Right. You see what I'm saying? So you say the pitching staff's only going to give up 4 runs in the final 2 games of the WBC.
That's 2-0.
You think they're going to win both of those games?
So my whole point is if Aaron Judge, if this were the World Series versus the Dodgers or something and we're having this conversation, I would be much more critical of him because he's the singular, he's the face. He's the guy the Yankees depend on him. They depend on your bat. They depend on you out in center field. They depend on you to be that guy. That's why you're paid handsomely. That's why you're going to go in the Hall of Fame. You're an MVP winner pretty much every year the last 7 years. So my point is I will cut him some slack, give him a little bit more bail because of the scale of the team and who's all on this team. This was supposed to be other guys stepping up as well. If this were the Yankees, I'd be much harder on him.
All right. 877-99 on Fox is our telephone number, 877-996-6369. Is Aaron Judge slander justified today? Can you make a case for it? And would you rather, for your team, would you rather have Judge or Bryce Harper? 877-99 on Fox. It is The Odd Couple, where we deliver insight, not noise, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. Stick and stay.
Unless you somehow think Aaron Judge is that guy in the US of A.
Oh, I'm supposed to give them something. Let me give them what they need.
Yeah, there we go.
Tell them what's up, K-Dot.
Tell them about which one you want. Weeble? Let me give them the Weeble. So, every sports season is built on preparation. We were just talking about it. Got to prepare to be great and studying the trends and making the necessary adjustments. So you got to start looking at, Rob G, looking at the teams who are going to win it. And some of them are favored to have those freshman phenoms.
Yeah, you know what's crazy is year in, year out, we always talk about tournament time, like, hey, who's going to win it? Who's going to cut down the nets? And usually it comes down to one or two things. Either, because full disclosure, most of these people picking brackets are not watching all these college basketball games.
Right.
So they're going by either, hey, Ken Palm or whatever ranks this team as the best team in the country, I'm just going to roll with them. Or more than likely, I've heard of this guy before. I've heard of this coach before. I'm going to bet on Coach Izzo. I'm going to bet on Coach K. And in this case, if you've been living under a rock, the entire college basketball season has been revolving around the play of a handful of freshmen. They're calling it the greatest freshman class that we've ever seen as it relates to NBA draft prospects. It's headlined by 4 guys. Number 1, Cameron Boozer, Duke. He's going to be the National Player of the Year. He's on a quest right now to become, I think, just the second player ever to get National Player of the Year and win a national championship as a freshman. Number 2, a guy we've talked about on this show, Darren Peterson over in Kansas. Now, they're only a 4 seed, but by all accounts, Darren Peterson was viewed as the number 1 draft prospect in this class. Now, because of some load management, some injury issues, we don't know what it is, his stock is kind of taking a hit. So now it's like, hey, this is where he's going to reestablish himself as the best player in the country. Number 3, A.J. DeBanza. He's a guy we've known about for years, even before these other two, because he was viewed as the next Tracy McGrady, the next great lanky wing player to come out. And then he goes to play with BYU, and it's like, well, that raised some eyebrows. What's he doing playing at BYU when you're a 5-star prospect? Leading scorer in the country, all eyes are on him. And last but not least, the guy who's kind of taken this basketball world by storm, especially in the last couple of weeks, Cuff Jr. out of Arkansas.
He's nice.
Nephew of friend of the show, Rashad Phillips, who might get on this week to talk about it. He is being viewed as, hey, if this was any other year, this kid is in that John Wall, Russell Westbrook, Derrick Rose class of point guards. If there's anybody who can lead their team deep, it's this kid. He's explosive. They just won the SEC tournament. So, guys, I ask you, given how ballyhooed this freshman class is, how much are you betting on one of these 4 guys cutting down the nets at the end of the tournament?
I'm going with none. And they're amazingly talented. We get it. They've been driving the basketball ratings as far as notoriety. You talked about the names you're looking for. But historically, Rob G, I got to just say it doesn't really work when you have these fabulous freshmen, these freshman phenoms. And this is coming from somebody born and raised in Ann Arbor, Michigan, who saw the Fab Five and cried tears as a 10, 11-year-old when they lost back-to-back, in NCAA championship games. And it was difficult. And there's something to that. And by the way, these teams we're talking about ain't loaded like that. That team would go on to have a Hall of Famer in Chris Webber, a heck of a player in Jalen Rose, and a really, really good player in Juwan Howard, and so on and so forth, Jimmy King and Ray Jackson. But my point is they had some guys. These teams don't even have that. You're looking at Carmelo Anthony, who did it in 03, Anthony Davis in 2012, and really Jahlil Okafor, who led that Duke team back in 2015. That's it for the most part when you had these outstanding players who were freshmen. I just think it's too difficult for multiple reasons, Rob G. You're looking at teams that nowadays, Rob, how many jokes do I make last year around this time? I said, Rob, that guy looks like he went to high school with me and you. Or that guy looks like this. These kids are still getting the COVID years. You're still getting kids who get the 5th year, kids who find the way to get these 6 years. There's so much experience. Teams are transferring and getting transfer players who have been playing for years at other schools. So it is more difficult. You're having teams with so much experience. So many guys are on these teams that have done this before. And then you're playing teams when you're going to these tournaments that have nothing to lose, right? You're playing teams, we ain't going to win. We ain't going to win. So, therefore, they're playing styles and shooting up threes that you're not ready for. It is too much to ask these freshman phenoms to carry a team that is so reliant on them all the way through the tournament. That's why, Rob, I think it's just too difficult for them to do. And not to mention, I believe also sometimes with these players the last, 7, 8 years, in the back of their brain, the NBA is a consolation prize, right? So it becomes, I'm trying. I want to win this tournament game, but if we lose, guess where I'm going? I'll be a top 5, top 6, top 7 pick in a matter of a few weeks anyway. So in the back of your brain, you kind of have that thing you can rely on and say, well, if we lose, so what? I'm going to be a top pick, a lottery pick, and you have that.
You think they think that when they're out there playing, really?
No, I think they're competing, but subconsciously, what's the worst that can happen? Whereas
I'm just saying,
I'm gonna answer.
If you're playing,
back in the 90s,
I just couldn't imagine be thinking about, okay, I'm playing in a basketball game. No, I'm dead serious.
I'm serious.
This ain't football where you don't want to play in a meaningless game. I get that. You're playing in a tournament. I don't know how.
I think
you're
they
at 19 years old
want to win, but if in the back of your brain, this is the difference when you know you're one and done.
Reportedly. Fellas, back to you.
I just bought season tickets after I heard that.
No, seriously, it was the first thing I told Raji when he called me. I don't care what we talking about. That's the first thing we got to talk about because I knew Rob was going to be excited about that.
Okay, yeah. All right.
I knew you were. I see your Caitlin Clark jersey under that. Don't try to hide it with your little Jordan pullover.
Never. That's all I'm going to tell you. Never.
That's going to be one of my bets, Rob G. Whatever we pick this year, whatever, World Series, NBA play, whatever, it's going to be that Rob has to sit front row at a Sparks game. We tried last year, if you recall. You down with that?
No,
whatever. We'll figure out our next bet.
Is there anything else? Could I eat some bugs?
No, you still ain't sang the song you're supposed to sing.
I've been waiting.
Why is Rob known as the Kevin in Culver City of this show? Never pays off his bets.
What are you talking
What's
about?
that
Ooh.
Hey, and what you don't know
Ooh, you know it's when he start pointing.
is that Kevin paid off his bet, and I had wings the other day.
There you go. Shout out to Kevin.
Yes, Kevin in Culver City, and they were good. Like I just told Kelvin already. When I'm off of this in August, we're all going down to that restaurant, the wings, delicious.
Like I ain't just sit 2 feet
What is
away
it
from you and
called?
tell you. It's called
Mardi Gras
Tuesdays. About a half a mile down the road. It's incredible.
Really
Great
good.
food.
Oh, my God.
Matter of fact, Rob G, it's going to feel like we were in New Orleans. Martin, that's your home, Louisiana. It's going to feel like we're in New Orleans. Some good eating.
All I'm going to tell you, Alex, is,
You been there, Martin?
oh, God, I needed a tissue after that to wipe my mouth.
I'll take that from somebody from Louisiana.
You been there?
Yeah, he said he's been there.
Oh, all right. I just didn't. It's like a.
I mean, it's 2 blocks away.
Yeah,
You're saying I've been there like it's in Dubai.
But I've worked here for 10 years. I didn't know that place existed.
Well, you're so regimented. You come here just to go to Vaughn's and get and bake chicken.
Well, maybe that's true.
You don't tour around. See, you know how Martin, you go to a new area. You're like, wow, let me see what they got. Let me check out the Mediterranean spot. Oh, they got a good sushi spot.
I'm not into
feel
all
the
that.
neighborhood. No, you come straight here with blinders on to find the nearest grocery store to get some baked chicken.
I will say it's one of the few places in LA you can get char-grilled oysters.
Fire.
So there you go.
Lure has some too. Lure, you ever been to Lure? Lure has some good ones. All right. Anyway, I can talk about food the whole show. Appreciate it, Martin. Thank you so much. All right, Rob G. Martin was talking about just a moment ago. Giannis and the Bucks having some issues.
Yeah, we have a Max Crosby 2.0 situation on our hands, guys. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but earlier today, The Athletic and ESPN both reported that the Milwaukee Bucks want to shut down Giannis for the remainder of the season following his latest injury. He's dealing with a little knee issue. The only problem is Giannis is like, no, hell no. If I'm healthy enough to play, I'm going to play. I don't care about your lottery ball odds. Guys, this whole relationship has been awkward basically all season, and this could be the straw that finally breaks the camel's back.
And this is why I told y'all he needed to rip the Band-Aid. He's a great guy. People love him, and he loves the fans. He likes being liked, and he doesn't want to be perceived as the bad guy in Milwaukee. But this is why I was saying, dude, if you're going to go, just go. Some will be hurt for a minute. I think he might be underestimating that some fans would understand it. Dude's given us 10, 12 years. We got a ring. We tried our best. Rob always talks about winning one in Milwaukee, how huge that is. And this is why I said it's time for him to go. It was a perfect breakup. If there was ever a superstar that could say, hey, I've given my all, I'm ready to move on, it would be Giannis in the NBA, right? He's been there, dedicated. You never question how hard he plays. You never question if he wanted to be there. He got a ring, and they've acquiesced. They've got him there. You want a new coach? Adrian Griffin was doing fine. We'll get him out of here, and we'll go get Doc Rivers. You want Dame? Okay, we got Dame. They've done a bunch for him. It didn't work out. That's why I said move on and go somewhere else to be happy. But he keeps doing the tiptoeing. I'll see what's out there. Reports are he wanted to talk to the Knicks and go other place. Then he says, no, I don't want to go anywhere. And now he's in a situation where, Rob, the only way this team is going to get better is by tanking, by trying to get out of some contracts so they can try to get some free agents.
Better? It's not guaranteed. You don't know.
No, I'm not saying they're arguing. What I'm saying for them, this is their mode. The rebuild mode. They're saying we're going to get rid of guys. We're gonna tank.
You're asking him to be somebody he's not, and what he's not is that guy. And I just don't believe this is the last straw, the straw that broke the camel's back. It's just a disagreement. Michael Jordan had it with the Bulls when they didn't want him to come back.
And that's why it was called The Last Dance.
You know what I mean? No, not that one. I'm talking about when he got hurt. And I believe that if a player's healthy, he should play. I do. If he's healthy, he should play.
He's not healthy, though. That's the problem.
If he's healthy.
He's on and off. He's playing. He's nicked up. He's banged up.
I disagree with the whole idea of not playing and all that. And if it happens, somebody's hurt and you get a top pick, I get it. But I don't think Giannis really wants to go anywhere. I think that's everybody else does, even before he won that championship. I remember everybody saying, he's dumb. Oh, my God. Go to Miami. Miami had just beaten them in the playoffs. Go to Miami. You'll win a championship. Miami's still waiting, right? Mm-hmm. And Milwaukee won a championship. So everybody had to back off of that, to get off of that topic. And now I just don't think that Giannis is that guy. I really don't.
So you don't think he's been acting strangely for the last year and a half,
nope.
flirting, saying stuff. It feels good to be a baddie, to be wanted.
He had every chance to say, I want out.
Right, but that's why I'm saying he's acting weird that he just doesn't want to be the bad. I think he wanted them to come to him and say, I strongly believe
they're not going to trade him unless he asks.
He wanted this, for them to come specifically with the Knicks and have some amazing offer, cat this, that. They go, you know what? Great, fine. Giannis, we're trading you. So he can go, oh, man, I didn't see it coming, but, we tried. I gave it a
But
all.
if he want, but I'm saying there's no last straw is what I'm saying, because he's had those opportunities if he really wanted to, and he could have made it any way he want as far as the PR standpoint.
But they say this one is bad because they've had 3 meetings in 24 hours because they're just like, no, dude, like this is what, in their minds, we need to do to get better.
Yeah, but
we need to lose, we need to rest you, and he's like, I get his point. I'm healthy, that's what I do. I compete, I play, and this is where the 2 fundamentals were going to clash to me. He is, I play hard, I'm do this. They are, we're trying to get better and build so we can actually have a team.
See, but
those fundamentals were going to clash.
I don't think so. I don't think the Bucks are where you think they are. And I don't think it's about let's get rid of Giannis. I think if Giannis was cool with staying in Milwaukee for his whole career, they would not trade him. They're not interested in trading him. The only reason that even these conversations are coming up is because a lot of outside noise. I think the Bucks would do right by him because he won a championship, but I don't believe that they look and go, yeah, let's start all over. Let's get rid of Giannis and see what happens.
I don't think they want to. I think he has come to them about that. It's already been reported that he has come to them. They've had conversations with them, and then they start talking to the Knicks.
But if they wanted him, they could have traded him.
You just said it, trying to do right by him. I think he needs to just come on and say flat out, it's cool, we had a great run.
He ain't doing it.
Then that's what I'm saying. For them, it's right.
Ain't going to happen.
For them, they're saying, cool, well, one way to help you try to stay here and try to win is by getting some better talent around.
I have ultimate respect for people who play, who are supposed to play if they're healthy. If you're not healthy, I'm the first one to say you shouldn't play. When Kevin Durant played in the postseason for the Warriors, Chris and I yelled to the top, to the high heavens. What are you doing? We knew he wasn't healthy. Everybody knew he wasn't healthy. That's a mistake. If he's healthy and he wants to play, they're not getting a lottery. You know what I mean? Or they're not going to get a top 2 or 3 pick.
I mean, they mess around losing enough. They might. They get a lottery. You never know.
They ain't going to get no lottery. You know how many bad teams are in the NBA? There's 10 teams.
But I mean, there's no rhyme or, well, listen. Unless you're Dallas or Cleveland or Chicago when things happen, or the Knicks in 85.
As the Pistons, they have 5 years in a row and they couldn't get a top
That's
pick.
what I'm saying, but there's no rhyme. But that's my point. There's no rhyme or reason. Pistons thought they were going to get it and they didn't. When it looked like they would. But I think we're going to be having the same conversation. He's going to be disgruntled that they want him to sit. They're going to be looking at the longer picture. We need you healthy. We need to just wrap this season up. And I think we're going to be right back again doing all this. Is he going to leave? Are they going to trade him? We'll be doing the same thing until he's gone, which I don't think he's going to end up being there much longer.
I think he's going to stay. I'm closer to him staying there because they have plenty of opportunities if they wanted to move off.
Yeah, somebody going to call this offseason. It's going to happen. All right, on the way, your tire rack play of the day. Plus Shekel City. We'll do that. It is the Odd Couple on a Worship Wednesday. Stick with your boys. Fox Sports Radio.
Draymond Green sent some shots at the Golden State faithful who are not fully on board with the Draymond experience. Take a listen.
I see fans saying different now. Like, I'll see Warriors fans like, yo, it's time to get him out of here.
That's crazy.
And to the real Warriors fans that don't feel that way, thank you. I appreciate it. To the ones that do feel that way, like, you was a loser before I got here.
Oh, God.
Like, God. Like, stone cold forever losers.
Yeah, right.
So if you say that, it makes sense to me. You've never been here. Right? So you don't know how to appreciate something for its entirety.
Yeah, go
because you've never been here.
Yeah.
You never had the opportunity.
Yeah, Draymond. Yeah. Oh, yeah. These things, who listens to this garbage? Really? Did you hear all that?
Mm-hmm. Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
I know. Ooh.
Yeah, they losers.
You right, King.
What kind
you
of
right, King.
What kind of professional athlete
Say less.
calls the fans losers? Like they were losers before, not before Steph showed up or Klay Thompson, but before he showed up, right? Like you want to talk about thinking of yourself in such a high honor is unbelievable where he is.
The phrase "pump your brakes."
Yes.
Absolutely. Matter of fact, Raji, it ain't even pump your brakes. It's pull the anti-lock brake. Like, pull the emergency brake. Like, pull the drift brake.
Was Michigan State losers, too, before he got there? How many championships did he win at Michigan State?
Dude, he didn't get none.
Oh, okay.
Dre, and you know I think he was a heck of a player.
Stop.
I think he was a massive
Don't
pace.
pacify him.
But this is crazy, Dre. Let me tell you why this is crazy, Dre.
It's terrible.
Number one, he went on to talk about, seeing it in its entirety. Well, Dre, I can tell you some guys who were incredibly better than you, who didn't see it in their entirety, and they won even almost double the amount of rings you won. Scottie Pippen didn't see it in its entirety with the Bulls. You could argue Michael Jordan either. I know it's an unusual situation. And my point is, you have been great for that team, great for that community, but you're not owed anything. There have been other people who are better players than you who won a lot, who went on to other teams, who went on, or it ran its course, or fans become disgruntled. I told Rob G like this. Winning cures a lot, and the team hasn't been winning. They haven't been looking good, and they've been struggling. And you know what it does? It's like that kid, Rob, who gets all A's, but they come home a little late, or they leave the bedroom a little messy, and you give them a little grace because they got all A's. Well, Rob, what happens when they start coming home with high C's, C+, B-? That room is a little dirty. I said be home at 11. It's 11:28.
But it's just.
And what I'm saying is, all the stuff that they bit their lip and tolerated was because they were winning with him, punching people, yelling at people, walking on benches.
Winning is like makeup. It covers everything.
Exactly.
All the flaws.
So the idea that they now have issues with you yelling at this, walking off the bench, talking smack, calling people by names, and dude, that wears thin on people, and especially when you're not winning anymore.
100, and you're not the player you used to be.
Exactly.
Stop it.
So
what part don't you get? You're no different than any other player.
If Scottie Pippen can move on from the Bulls, and they don't want him, and it's just time to move on. 6 rings, 6-0.
Right, and you sitting there thinking like
you don't know. You don't have to be there your entirety. Why do you have to be there through the entirety?
Exactly.
Dwayne Wade is a better player. Dwayne Wade left Miami.
Just about everybody leaves there. We talked about it all the time. You know how many great quarterbacks finished their careers?
Joe Montana
left San Francisco.
Brett Favre.
4-0 in Super Bowls, and he left.
Tom Brady.
Everybody, just about, I'm telling you, most people wind up leaving because if you stay around too long, people move on. Things change.
And it's not as if if your antics, you haven't progressed with your antics, meaning they haven't calmed down and chilled. Do you get what I'm saying? You haven't stopped saying wild stuff where you got to then come back and apologize on your podcast. Dude, you're wearing thin on people. It's maybe run its course, and that doesn't have to be deemed as a negative. You will always be respected there. They love you. You guys had a great run.
Whenever you win championships, you'll always be there.
But they can also be disgruntled with you, your antics, and the fact that the team isn't good. That's what fans do. And they acting like they got to just love you for life and that they owe you everything. And how dare they be upset if you're not playing well? That's not a real world, Draymond.
That's a fantasy world, and he's immature. I mean, that's what it is. To call people losers. You were losers before I got here. Can you imagine that coming out of your mouth?
He's getting way too big for his britches. And this is what happened. And Klay Thompson got a little on that. Remember Klay? Towards the end of Klay's career with them, didn't want to come off the bench. Mad he wasn't a top 75 player. Klay Thompson, ease up. Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Worship Wednesday. Still a lot left coming up in the show. Next hour, Casey Jacobsen, FS1 college basketball analyst, going to join us. Hopefully you got your bracket in, got that all in. And by the way, check out the Global Gaming. If you're into video games, celebrities, or just a good time, the Global Gaming League is a video game league with celebrity-owned teams. You got T-Pain, you got Neo, and more competing in everything from Call of Duty to Tetris. Sign up and join the league now at globalgamingleague.com. Go check it out. It's now time for your Tire Rack Play of the Day.
Into left center field, headed for the gap, and Venezuela has retaken the lead. And Eugenio Suarez just like that.
That was your Tire Rack Play of the Day. Obviously there from the WBC. And Fox, that was Fox from Fox. Fox right there on the call right there. For over 40 years, Tire Rack's been helping customers find the right tires for how, for what, and for where they drive. Ship fast and free. Backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. That's right. They'll come to you. TireRack.com. It is the way tire buying should be. It is now time for Shekel City.
Welcome to Shekel City, the home base for Rob Parker's daily picks against the spread.
My man.
All right. What you done did?
Last night, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Give me the money shot. 2-1 last night.
Okay.
Wow. But this is the reason we got the music.
What's the music for?
2-1. My total now, 79 and 49. Wow. 30 games over 500.
I can't hate.
Come on, man.
Even MJ can't hate. He called you yesterday.
I know.
He called you out. Elijah, were you here yesterday? You were here yesterday, right? MJ was mad at you.
He just jealous because I'm 79 and 49 with the spread.
That was good. Nah, that's great. You making money now, bro. You making big time.
Man.
I told you, go ahead and put your phone down. Go ahead and start putting some money in.
And you know
Vegas.
the problem? I did hit up Lamar to let him know. Lamar Mitchell.
What did he say?
He's like, wow.
Yeah, even
He's like, don't come by here.
Well, or did he say, yeah, what you got tonight?
Yeah, right? All right, here we go.
Just put 500 on it.
I got the Rockets minus 2.5. That's the best bet. They are hosting the Lakers, right? Yeah. Lakers beat them last time.
Yeah.
Lakers riding a 6-game win
Sengun
streak.
playing?
I got the Rockets minus 2.5. Boston minus 12.5. They are hosting the Warriors.
Yeah, they're up
they're
now.
cooking.
I couldn't see. Yeah, they're looking good.
And I got the Raptors minus 7.5. They're taking on the Chicago Bulls. So Raptors minus 7.5, Celtics minus 12.5, and the Rockets minus 2.5. And remember, I'm not telling you who to bet on. I'm telling you who I bet on.
Did I do that?
Did I do that?
You might want to be telling them who to bet on the way you're betting right now.
I mean, come on. You've been listening to my Shekel City. I'm giving you nothing but winners. 79 and 49.
I can't even hate on you with that.
And these are real numbers. Elijah knows. I'm not fudging it.
No. I mean,
real numbers.
We do literally put it on camera, so you couldn't really lie too much.
Right, people would know. Right.
Yeah. By the way, you're doing good there. I can't front of you. By the way, the Bulls, my gosh, you talk about how to run. You win 3. Mike goes away. You come back. You win 3, and then he leaves. You're like, all right. Well, we'll figure it out the next. They ain't did nothing since.
No, but before Mike got there, they didn't win it. They were bad.
Yeah.
They were the bad Bulls. Okay.
They were.
Serious. Like people don't understand. Oh, the Bulls. No, they weren't good.
They weren't even good the first few years when they had them. They're trying to figure out, what they were going to be. My gosh, the Bulls have been trash. Like, seriously, they've been trash. They had the Derrick Rose couple of years. They were good, and, I think they were top seed
so
once.
bad now they're just retiring everybody's number, putting up statues.
Don't do that to Derrick Rose. Don't do that. Derrick Rose is a Chicago legend. Do not do that.
All right, so the Chicago Hall of Fame for residents is what it should be in.
For his neighborhood?
Yes.
Yeah, don't do that. Hey, real quick, Rob G, WNBA scored a big win.
Yeah, the
got some money.
CBA is verbally agreed upon. There will be no lockout this season. The WNBA players.
Aren't you excited?
There was never going to be a lockout because the league would have probably gone away. What? They would never. That was never happening. The Supermax is $1.4 million. Wow. Okay.
You make $1.4 million, Rob?
Wow. I'm not. I don't play 40 games in the WNBA.
Rob, you
First of all-
work 318 days a year.
First of all, Rob, that's a lot of money given what it was. Like if this was NBA, I'd hear you. But they were at 100,000.
They don't make money for 32
So
years.
here we go. Just here's the numbers.
Yeah,
quickly.
give us the numbers, Rob G. 'cause this is a
Salary
big
cap will
change.
start at $7 million. Was $1.5 million this past
That's
season.
a massive jump.
Supermax jumps from $250,000 to $1.4 million. The average salary jumps from $120,000
To 600.
to $600
That's
grand.
crazy, Rob.
And the minimum salary, I'll take the minimum salary, goes from $66,000 to $300 grand.
Well, the only reason they got it is because of the TV deal that they got in the NBA with the streaming and all the other stuff. The NBA got a big raise in it. It's not based off of and of course Caitlin Clark who spiked the numbers for them
Without a doubt.
and Angel Reese. Like the numbers are way better than they ever. Now you can't.
You gave me a lot of hands. You kept giving me hands, by the way.
But prior to that, the numbers didn't justify it. Like there was a losing proposition. I know people in Detroit. The reason the Shock left, they won like two or three championships.
Yeah, they were on fire.
Okay, but they couldn't sell any tickets. Like people need to stop acting like, oh, they were packing the Palace and oh, it was this and that.
I mean, that was 20 years ago, though.
No, but that just tells you about how long it's been.
Why you can't be happy for him?
What? I'm not happy.
Sexist.
Why you can't be happy for him?
What
Like
is
you
that?
heard all that, and you supposed to be for the working man, for the people, and you heard all that and found the negative.
What'd you say?
I heard
12?
100,000 went to 600. I heard $1 million
but
salary
the-
cap
but
went
the-
to 7
but the-
million.
but-
The
but-
people getting paid. I want to get paid. You want to get paid. Rob, Alex, Martin want to get paid.
But why are you acting like you just got a pay raise or people?
I'm saying
kill me
that's
about
dope that the
I
man
don't care
fought
about
back
that.
and got paid.
All I know is that
Let's
that league
broadcasters
is something
fight back
I'm not
and get more
interested
money.
in. I'm not
Let's
interested
fight.
in it.
And then my
That's
favorite one was if I go back earlier in the chat when we mentioned on air, which is true, which is not slanderous whatsoever.
What did we say?
That Rob only likes black people and Jewish people.
Yeah,
what'd
what they say? They
And they
said-
mentioned, yes, Ben Maller is Jewish too.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And it's another one says he likes them all except Doug Gottlieb.
Oh. There's always an exception
There's
to every
always
rule.
an exception to every
Everybody's
rule.
got one.
No, he
Everybody's
likes
got-
practicing. Doug's
Is that
not
what it is?
practicing.
He's not
Oh,
practicing.
good point. Touche.
Yeah.
I
Touche.
love all people. Now, you've known me for all these years, Alex.
Oh, that was too many L's in that all. I don't know
Okay.
about all people.
Alex.
Yes, Rob.
And that's usually what they say, isn't it, Alex? Well, no, I love I love this person. This they start naming. When you start naming off your friends.
I'm not naming off of friends, but I'm a people's person. I don't like it. Who do I not like is what I'm asking you. Have you ever met some? What do you
Oh,
look
you
I
like
could
me to
name
name
like
them?
5 people
Go
that
ahead.
we all know.
First
Let
of
me
all-
hear. I want to hear the name.
No,
Doug
just say the
Gottlieb?
name. Yeah. He didn't even argue it.
No, I want to hear the whole list.
You want me to name people that just work here? We're going to get in trouble. I'll do it if you want
say
me
it
to.
in-
I want you
say
to
it in
do
our
it.
ears. Say it in our ears. Say it in
A
our
weekend host that thinks he's funny, but maybe not funny.
ears. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Does he go by multiple names?
He does.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is unbelievable.
Another weekend host that also does a daytime show in the Bay Area.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. You don't like him?
I don't. What?
Former ESPN LA host.
I think it's the hair.
Who else? Basically anybody after this show.
Until Ben show?
Until Ben show.
Okay. That's a good window right there.
That's
It
like
could be a
4
lot.
right there. I haven't even
Wow.
gotten to like the deep cuts.
That's true.
And
And that's not to mention all the people who are dead to him.
yes, that's another list.
I still don't know if I'm dead to him. He just has to tolerate me.
He
Like, I guess I
probably-
got to do a show.
yeah.
I'm sure I'm dead
I'm
to him.
sure you've said something that really got under his claw.
I'm dead to him.
And he
He's
has like a list at home. And he's just,
Scott, HRU.
Kelvin Washington. We had a good run.
Scott, HRU. Is Kelvin Studio optional? Thank you. I'll take
Just
the answer
curious.
off air.
Wait, is it optional for you or him?
Who said I?
Hey, Rob G, he ain't said no to none of these. That's the
and
best
if you
part.
notice, only one of them was Jewish. Rob loves
That's a good
Jewish
point.
people. Everybody,
There's a few
Practicing,
other people I don't know if he,
practicing.
yeah.
I grew up in New York. I love all people, and I do.
Well,
Well, you know what? From a spiritual standpoint that we should all love people, I believe you.
by the
Do
way,
you like them? No.
The YouTubians weighing in on here's a list of people Rob don't like.
Who else?
Rick Barry,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Marcellus Wiley,
What?
LeVar Aaron. I think you like LeVar.
you
I
like
think
LeVar,
that's
right?
not fair to say you don't like LeVar.
Who
Aaron.
said I didn't like LeVar?
Wait, back up one, though.
Wait a
You don't
minute,
like
what?
Marcellus? I didn't know this.
No, I don't like his analysis.
Jason Whitlock?
Well,
He went to Columbia like I did, and he
Yeah.
went there 4 years. I only went 1 year.
where
he's
is it? It's on the back of that.
Ivy
Hold on, turn around. Let me
Yeah.
see. It's on the back of that.
Don't say that.
Okay. Who else? When
Rob's
everybody-
going to get it listed like it's the all-league stuff for Varsity Jack. It's going to be every college he went to.
Columbia, this one,
All right.
USC.
I'm just having fun with y'all because I love everybody at the
Yeah,
station.
right.
Odd
all the
Mob, if
people
you
I
think
work
of
with.
more people Rob doesn't like, please put it in the chat.
Matthew
We'll read it later on the
Stafford.
show. Matthew, you don't like Matthew Stafford?
What I
Rob
like?
Marinelli.
Don't like him?
Tom Izzo.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
Oh, God.
Who else? We on
LeBron
fire
James.
right now. LeBron James.
Bronny James.
Shohei Ohtani. We on fire.
Yeah,
Bill
we-
Belichick.
All of them.
We don't have enough time to list
Yeah, we
everybody. do
on
we?
fire right now.
It's harder to find
Who
people
else
you do
is that
like.
to? Who else
There's like
do you
5 people, and then that'd be
Oh,
the end of the list.
and you know Jay-Z's line, it was all good just a week ago.
Yep.
It was all good just a week ago. Now Phillip Rivers is on
Don't
the
like
list.
Phillip Rivers.
Phillip Rivers is minding his own business, mowing the lawn
Did
and
you, see,
coaching.
did you see what I sent out today?
What you said? I know. I didn't.
Rob, you saw it.
I
right?
did.
now you don't like healthcare.
With 3:30 left in the first half, the Boston Celtics lead the Golden State Warriors 54-37. Jaylen Brown with 23 first half points. Elsewhere in the NBA, the Portland Trailblazers and Indiana Pacers. Portland with the 29-20 lead with about 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Portland being led to score. Donovan Clingan has 14 first quarter points. In the first 4 with under 16 timeout in the second half. Prairie View A&M and Lehigh, both 16 seeds. Prairie View with the 37-33 lead. Again, just under the under 16 timeout at the second half. There will be another first 4 game tonight. Miami of Ohio and SMU. That one tips at 9:15 Eastern. In NFL news, the San Francisco 49ers signed wide receiver Christian Kirk and punter Corliss Waitman. And the WNBA and the WNBA Players Association has verbally agreed to a new collective bargaining agreement. I'm Martin Weiss.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 2 here on a Worship Wednesday.
Number 2.
That's right. Rob Parker.
It does feel
Kelvin
like a
Washington.
Thursday, tomorrow being a Friday. Get
It
close
is
to
the Odd
weekend.
Couple here on Fox Sports Radio. Casey Jacobsen coming up. FS1 Fox Sport, college basketball analyst, I should say. Don't forget to check out our brand new YouTube channel. That's right. Watch us right now on YouTube, like my best friend Fred.
Shout out to Fred.
Freddie Ruru, Freddie Royster. That's right. Check us out. And you know what? Search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube again. That's Odd Couple FSR. And make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, one's got to go. A lot more to get to in this hour number 2. All right. You know what? This was interesting to me for a couple of reasons. and Rob G, Kenyon Martin, and a producer from Gil's Arenas. That's the podcast I never miss. But there was an issue.
It was
Kenyon
a big
Martin
issue.
And a producer there that went viral.
Yeah, I don't know if you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's about 8 minutes long. But it is as uncomfortable
as you can be when you're not involved.
as Rob tried to make it sound, right? Like it was just one of those situations.
What do you mean? I'm just saying.
Because you were trying to set the table there, and it was like, I don't
yeah.
even think you did it justice how awkward everything was.
It just was. They got
So, if you don't know, Kenyon Martin is on Gilbert Arenas' podcast, Gil's Arena, with a collection of guys, some of whom have been on the show. Shout out to Josiah Johnson.
That's my guy.
On this particular episode, Gil was not there. So it was Kenyon, Josiah, I think Nick Young was there. And
court date?
I don't know why he
I'm
wasn't
just
there.
asking.
So
What? I'm just asking. I don't know what's going
During
on.
the live podcast,
So stupid.
Kenyon stops what they're doing, stops the topic, and he says, I want to get personal for something. I got something I got to get off my chest. And he goes on for about 7.5 minutes ridiculing a producer on the show for what Kenyon says, making fun of a speech impediment that Martin has had throughout his life, and he's worked very hard to get rid of.
Which we have to acknowledge.
Right.
There's that.
So
I didn't know he had a speech impediment. I've been on sets with him. That
You didn't know?
No. The shows that I've been on with him.
Yeah, Well, I mean,
Nope.
it was early in his career. It's kind of like if you go back and watch Kevin Garnett when he got drafted, you hear him talk. It's, a little like.
I'm
and then you
talking
hear him
about
now.
on these shows and whatever.
Yeah, he got, speech therapy and all that good stuff and has improved. Yeah, but it was pretty tough.
I'm talking about a recent, like this guy's talking about their show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't remember it, to be honest. That is that bad.
I mean,
I'm not talking about 20 years ago. I'm talking about doing the shows now. He does.
Oh, you're saying he can't tell?
That's what I'm saying
Yeah.
now.
Oh yeah, I'm saying that's like I'm complimenting saying he worked to.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is that I didn't know.
Yeah.
Like as somebody who's done FS1 shows with.
Yeah.
Sure. So apparently this producer published a video on social media making fun of Kenyon Martin's stutter. So Kenyon interrupts the show and he says, quote, I'm going to read parts of it because it's a lot. It went for 7 minutes.
We don't
right?
have all day.
Something recently was brought to my attention. One of the people that works here, we see daily, and I brought this person into my home, right? Had this person around my wife, my kids, treated nothing but respect. And this is a loyalty situation. He's making fun of my, something I've stated time and time again on this couch, sensitive subject for me. I draw a line in the sand a long time ago when it comes to this. So he brings the producer out. He says, hey, come back, stand right here.
Hey, whatchamacallit, come
Yes.
here.
Yeah.
And he proceeds to disrobe him and explain how disgusted he was with the action. He closes his remarks with this. This, pointing at the producer, is what disloyalty and people who don't respect you look like. People like him. Be careful who you invite to your home, who you have around your loved ones and your friends and family. This is what you get. People like this. So obviously it goes off in a big way. It goes viral to the highest extent. So much so that earlier this morning, because this happened on Tuesday late afternoon, Arenas has to go on a live stream on his own account separately from the podcast to kind of address the situation because he couldn't just let it float out there in the ether. And he clarified, quote, the video itself, or where the guy said it, he wasn't actually working with us yet on Gil's Arena. After the fact, when he met Kenyon, started working for the company, and him and Kenyon became good, the people who held on to the video, quote, were going to get it to Kenyon. And then it came to light. He tried to apologize, but Kenyon thought, hey, I had you in my house around my family and kids, but it's one of those things where, hey, no, this happened before you met. So there's a lot to unpack there.
There really is.
Dub, I'll let you start.
I'll start
you
right.
can take however you want.
That last part, I'm gonna start there. I think that was the key part because when I initially saw this, I was like, I completely understood where Kenyon was coming from because I read it as, hey, I've been running with you now for a couple years, whatever it is. You're my mans, and then a couple weeks ago, you went and did some shady stuff talking about me, something that's very an impediment of mine, something that's very sensitive to me. You know this. Everybody around here knows this, and you've been talking about me. You did this. You mocked me. You made fun of me, and I want to smoke with you. I was with that. I thought, wow, if you did that. Then I found out, like you mentioned with Gilbert, this was well before he knew him, well before they were all working together. And to me, that's when it turned into the larger lesson. And that is, dang it, the internet ain't going nowhere. So all the people that you mock with impediments, people that you make fun of, and that's one of the things, Rob, with social media, we have become desensitized, where people have real traumatic issues, things that have happened, people have gotten hurt, blown off fingers, this, that, and we laugh at it, we make fun of it, we joke because it's become this other world, this Sims like a world, the video game thing, where it's over there, it's not real life. And every now and again, people have that real life moment where they meet the person they've made fun of or that they've harmed or they, did things to or did the little skits to. And I always see people do stupid stuff. They'll be in a grocery store and somebody will pull something off and put it on their head and try to hide and not let them know. People are going to get hurt out here. But to bring it back to this one, I felt less about the situation once I realized it was before him and more on the lesson of watch what you do, watch what you say, watch who you mock, watch all of that because it lives in perpetuity when it's online, Rob. You can't take it back. You scrub it away.
That's not what I got from it. I got two things. One, he made it bigger than nobody saw that video. I
didn't know the video.
No,
I'm not going to lie.
Rob G, did you see that video?
No.
Nobody saw that video.
I don't disagree with that.
So he made it bigger than it needed to be. That wasn't circulating. If he responded to a video that had gone viral first because it was leaked out and then whatever, nobody knows who that producer is. And I'm not trying to down producers.
No, I didn't. We saw the reaction video before we saw the initial video.
Right. So okay. And then number two, the idea that he went through that whole diatribe to say that under no circumstance can he accept an apology. There are circumstances and moments when maybe you can't accept an apology. Somebody does something really right. As bad and as childish as that was prior to him working with Kenyon Martin and really, is that the end of the world? A guy's trying to apologize. He was dumb and stupid. You know what I'm saying? And it was a moment there, and I get it. But to stop the show, do 8 minutes, tell his kid's name or whatever, he works on the show, don't be in my presence ever again. To me, it just seemed like it was a lot for me, for him to broadcast what went down when most people, and if I'm wrong, tell me.
No, I still haven't seen
it.
I still haven't seen the initial video that would lead to the reaction. So I haven't seen that, but I will. But I think this is one of those when
that's
you hear
what
people
I got
say,
out of it.
Yeah, this is when you hear people say like, "Don't slap me," and then get mad if I punch you. Thing meaning because people feel if I slapped you, you should only slap me back. And point being, I think some will say, "Well, this is where Kenyon felt." I'm going to the extent where some people might, "Oh, you took it too far," but that's how deep that wound is for me, right? That's how deep and sensitive this thing is for me.
But he still gave it more life than it ever had, and
but it's I'm with you. I didn't see it. I didn't know it.
Nobody saw it,
but
because you would have known ahead of time. Oh yeah, I remember seeing that video. It went viral. No,
I think
the reaction went.
I think the burn of it is I've been sitting here with you for 6 months, 8 months, a year. I don't know, Rob, probably a couple years now. I know Kenyon's been doing Arenas the show, so 2, 3 years, whatever. And I've been kikiing, knowing this was in the background, knowing this is what you did, knowing that, and it never being brought up until a couple of weeks ago. And I think that's what the burn is, that I've been hanging with you, putting money in your pocket, as he said, paying you for work, meeting my family, eating food, hanging out, knowing this was out there.
But you could still have that whole conversation. You could have done it in front of everybody who worked there, the same exact thing, without it doing, because the guy didn't release the video, as far as I know, to the internet.
Well, it's out there, apparently. No, Rob G, is it out there?
I haven't seen it.
Well, he put it out publicly on his social media. The problem is I don't know who this producer is. I don't know how many followers he has.
You know what it's like? So. It's like the one where RG3, there was a guy who called Angel Reese or did something where she was an ape or whatever. Or something
and then he was.
The guy had 200 followers. So he retweets RG3, which makes it even worse.
Because now you have millions of followers. You're well known.
Right.
You
that
made
guy
it a
had
thing.
like 100 followers.
Kenyon,
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and Kenyon said, and my man basically was saying, yo, we could talk about this privately.
No,
and Kenyon was like, you put that out publicly. Now I'm addressing it publicly. Now the platforms have changed, meaning like that his little platform ain't nothing like Gilbert Arenas.
I just think that's the issue for me is he made it bigger and more people to know about it. And then I don't know. I mean, you could say, oh yeah, he put that guy in his place, or
it was mad awkward. It was mad awkward.
Or like, was that all necessary? Because you could have a talking to somebody, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And especially because they didn't work together, and allegedly the guy tried to apologize before that when they decided, when they were starting to work together, and he didn't even know about the video. He claims he didn't even know about it. So this is my point, is like the video is old, right? Older, and he didn't even, and still he claims that two weeks ago he didn't know about the video. 2 weeks ago
he tried to, hey man, I want to tell you about something out there. I didn't say, and he kind of was like, oh what? Oh, never mind, whatever, it's all good. Then he actually apparently must have seen it and caught the offense to it. I just thought to me, I hate seeing it play out that way. I hate seeing stuff have to be handled like that because and you would love for it to be something they could have handled privately. Kenyon said again, you did that publicly. I'm gonna address you publicly. My man stood there and took. I would have had to been like, I'd have had to hear it, and then I'd have had to. I heard you. I saying it publicly. I apologize. I'm gonna leave now, and we can address it more later. I wouldn't necessarily just have to just stand there and just for this whole 7-8 minute of it. But it was What'd you say, Martin? Oh, Martin. Alex, hit Martin for us. What were you saying?
You said you wouldn't have stood there. Where are you supposed to go? He's at work. That's like your boss calling you into the office. You're not about to just turn around and walk away.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you think they'll be able to work together anymore?
Oh, no.
Meaning it's a wrap, right? So then for me, I apologize publicly. You're right. I was on some BS. Apologize for everybody, all the guys here. Okay, cool.
I'm dipping. I'm not about to
I think
he made it bigger than anybody even knew.
I would say the biggest thing I thought of was like, well, this is your last day here.
Right.
And I hope you don't say, like, how do you get a new job?
That's not the way Gilbert made it, though. Gilbert came to his defense, to me.
The producer should understand that when your talent don't like you no more, that's your last day.
And the energy,
did you hear that, Rob G?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm a big fan of Jason Smith and Mike Harmon.
They buy wings.
They do buy wings.
Good.
Weekly.
So
yes, wings, pizza, you could have all that stuff.
You know what, Rob, to your point, though, about him blowing it out of proportion and to get this defense off, right? For the most part, everybody is on Kenyon Martin's side because he made it clear, in his subsequent comments, I've dealt with this for a long time. It's very personal to me, and I want to stand up for people who are dealing with something similar, that this is not acceptable. So much so that most people have no idea the detail that Gilbert Arenas shared where this happened before they even met.
But because that wasn't put out there, so people think that it happened when it was
2 weeks ago. We've been hanging for years.
Exactly.
And that was a big disclaimer from
that's
once
what I'm saying.
Like
That's the other part that is a little tricky and deceiving,
and that's why,
because you could it's happened I'm telling you, you could go and look in this business, right? And I'm sure producers, all kinds of people who I'm just going to throw out a name, didn't like something Stephen A. said, tweeted, whatever, and then wound up working at ESPN, working on the show.
100%.
I guarantee you.
1,000%.
Am I right? Guarantee you that because
I'll give you
people
another
do
one.
all that.
Austin Reeves. LeBron ain't this. I would never want it. LeBron ain't that. LeBron ain't this, that. I'm a Kobe guy, bump LeBron. And now you're a Laker with who?
100%.
LeBron. And he had to address it like, hey man, I was just talking crazy. Oh man, it's all good. But that's what go
look at Elijah's Twitter ripping me before I got to Fox Sports Radio.
Oh, you don't want to see some of the tweets I had to scrub, Rob.
No, I already know.
I had some good stuff.
Yeah, Roger told me about some of the he had to scrub.
He hated me back in the days when I was on Cold Pizza. That's how long the hate's been there.
Well, listen,
I've been hating Rob for decades.
And look, though, and this is the lesson. Me and Rob G were talking on the way in. I told him, I said, and that's why I started there, Rob. To me, the lesson was everybody thinks it's all fun and good to make fun of people. About serious stuff. I'm not talking about a game like, yo, you missed 10 shots in a row. That's different. That's a profession. I'm a professional. I'm used to that, right? Kelvin, your takes suck. Okay, whatever. I'm talking about personal things, right? That ailments and speech impediments, things. People might be missing limbs and all that. The internet has people comfortable. The internet has people thinking stuff is cute, is funny, and they kikiing and mocking people. And that's what happens when you run up on somebody in real life about something that is drastic, that is serious, that is personal. And that was why I started there, Rob, because that was the biggest lesson to me, that everybody's always trying to get the joke off, be the first one to get the likes, be the first one to put out the content. People abide by the saying COE, content over everything. All right, that content might get your chin checked. That content might get you fired. That content might, lose a relationship that have been valuable for you. So that's me.
All right, 877-99 on Fox. 877-996-6369. Was Kenyon Martin justified for publicly checking his producer on his podcast yesterday? It is The Odd Couple, 877-99 on Fox, where we deliver insight, not noise, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Unless you're Rob Parker. I made a kid with a, stuttering thing. Not too happy on the US of A.
All right, let's talk about this. Business. Is your business struggling to find qualified candidates? You're not alone. Nearly half of the hiring decision makers say finding top talent is their biggest challenge, and with the average cost per hire nearing $4,700, every new employee is an investment. How about hiring differently? Let Express Employment Professionals streamline your hiring process, saving you time and money. Get started at expresspros.com. And there are also hidden costs with hiring, lost productivity, endless interviews, and the impact on team morale. Well, it can all add up fast. With Express, hiring is more efficient. Visit expresspros.com to find a location nearest you. Expert recruiters at Express have a local network of talent ready to go to work. So keep people at the center of your hiring process with your local Express team. Don't let your turnover slow you down. Focus on growing your business while Express finds the talent you need to succeed. From the warehouse to the front office, Express staffs all jobs. Whether you need contract workers or new full-time staff members, fast-track hiring with Express. Visit expresspros.com today. Express Employment Professionals, building your workforce, supporting your success.
Big news in the NBA last night.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It was a great game.
There you go.
It was a phenomenal game, potentially a
Great
finals
comeback.
preview.
Yeah.
And ultimately, the Oklahoma City Thunder prevailed against the Boston Celtics. But the big story to come out of this game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, reigning MVP, broke the record held by Wilt Chamberlain by scoring at least 20 points in now 127 consecutive regular season games. He finished with 35-9 in the win. He's having not just this season, but like the stretch that he's been on the last 3 or 4 years has been really incredible. Now, the problem is, he has this record, which is great. He doesn't have the best reputation amongst basketball fans. And after the game, Jaylen Brown, I wish we played the sound, but the audio is terrible, started off by being very complimentary of SGA. So credit to him and his work ethic and his game, how he's improved over the years. The signs of greatness is just how consistent he is, and that's very impressive. Now, later, when a reporter asked him about some other things, he made a comment that people are interpreting as a shot at SGA. He said, quote, "I just don't foul bait. I'm not looking to flop or anything like that. It's almost like you got to. It's almost like because there's a couple of plays in the fourth quarter, I felt like I drove strong, went up strong, didn't get the benefit of the doubt. Maybe if I would have flopped, maybe if I've been able to sell the call, and those decide games." So it's like we commend players for playing the game the right way, but we give the benefit to those who are trying to manipulate the game to their advantage. I don't think it's basketball. Let's play basketball. All this foul baiting, whatever, to me.
Jaylen Brown is the MVP of the NBA for the 2025-2026 season because he said what everybody else knows, and that it's almost impossible to root for SGA or even admire his game. Enough with the foul baiting, because that should be a new word. You should be able to come up. Maybe Adam Silver could come up with that as a call. Foul baiting, because he does too much of that. Aesthetically, it's not a great game to watch. I get it. He won the championship last year. He was MVP. You want to crown him and all that. That's fine. He wears funky clothes and fur and all that. I love it. Okay? That's all good. Unless you live in Oklahoma City or you're from Canada.
Look at you. Yelling at Julio a minute ago.
Canada.
Canada sucks.
That Patriot was crazy. Hey! Oh, there's a second line.
Hold on.
Okay, no, this is 1:20.
Here we go.
No. I'm going to go get some water.
And why? Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Alex, you're not supposed to have that on. Look, he just looked at you. How dare you cut that off?
You know what? Rob G is such a killjoy. My goodness. He's such a killjoy. But you get my point. SGA is not aesthetically pleasing, and I understand what Jaylen Brown is saying. Thank God he said it, because it's awful. It's just awful to watch.
Well, I'm going to say this. So as far as first starting with the scoring streak.
Meaningless.
Yeah, I look at it as if you ever gone out, you hung out with a group of friends, you're hanging out, and somebody says, hey, man, I got a cool trick, and they like can make their thumb disappear, and you're like, oh, cool trick. Like,
where's that thumb going?
Yeah, you know what I meant. Dang it. I meant the magic trick. Okay, not Jalen Brunson and
his thumb
and your boy Josh Hart. That's when you're kind of like, oh, I guess that was cool. That's to me this record, like, oh, cool. I guess like I didn't even know it was a record until a week ago. So a record to even be broken. So like who knew? And it doesn't ultimately matter. Like this isn't one of those.
Nobody knew it.
Yeah, this one isn't. It's like, yeah, cool. I'm more interested in what SGA said after when they asked him about it. He said, look, man, it's been a great couple of years. This team is focused. We have fun with each other. We're united. We lock in. We play hard nose. We have fun, and we're winning a bunch of games, and we're trying to win championships. That to me is what makes why I like SGA. I like the way the Thunder conduct themselves. When you see an interview, you see the whole team. If they're interviewing me, everybody's behind him. You see him, everybody's behind him. They're united. They play hard for each other. They don't care if they play 8 minutes or 28 minutes. That's the part I like more about him and his team. I get the free throw merchant. I get people upset about that.
It just takes away from the game.
And I can understand. Aesthetically, he does do. That's not debating. That happens. But his game, the silky smoothness, I like. But I do get why people are upset about the free throws. But it's the same thing with Jalen Brunson, and it's the same thing with Luka. It is the Odd Couple. He's Rob. I'm Kelvin on a Worship Wednesday. Coming up, Casey Jacobsen, FS1 college basketball analyst, getting us excited about the tournament coming up. Starting tomorrow, the tournament will be there. Speaking of the Fox Sports Radio Bracket Challenge, it is live. Be sure to complete your bracket at foxsportsradio.com right now. Compete against our Fox Sports Radio hosts and against fellow listeners to see who have the best bracket. The winning bracket in the Fox Sports Radio Bracket Challenge will win $1,000 gift card, and a perfect bracket, well, that's going to get you $1 million. So fill out your bracket now. You have until tomorrow morning before the games start. Visit foxsportsradio.com to register to get the rules and to fill out your bracket. It is all presented by Webull, trading and investing built for you. All right, Rod, let's get these calls. 877-99 on Fox. Kenyon Martin had to get at a producer on the Gills Arena show, the pod there. They had a whole 7-8 minute altercation or a conversation, I should say. And was it necessary? Was it needed? Do people need to learn the lessons? Could have been handled a different way? We're taking your calls, 877-99 on Fox.
All right, Mason in Washington. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Mason? How are you?
I'm doing great, fellas. Hey, I want to say, first of all, I think you guys are the best show on radio. I listen to you every day.
Man,
man, that means a
Mason,
lot.
seriously.
Appreciate you,
we
man.
never
I
take
love
that
you guys.
lightly. Thank you, my man. Appreciate it.
So listen, it was absolutely necessary for Kenyon to do what he did. Every man knows this is the one rule. Don't start none, won't be none. I don't care when you said it. I don't care if you said it to 2 people or 200 people. Keep my name out your mouth or else it's on site. When I see you, I'm addressing it. And that's just a man thing. And if you can't handle it, then you should have never spoke about me to begin with.
It's not about, for me, him, pushing back on this or whatever, going to the guy. I just don't think, Mason, that most people had seen it or knew what that was about. He made it bigger to me and more about him. And that's the only thing I wonder about. You know what I mean?
I get you.
I could do it. I could do it in front of everybody there who we work with. You know what I mean? Like public, not
Hey, before
just
the show starts.
Just
let me just
let's get everybody out here. You see what I'm saying? Like
But you never know the impact.
but you
never
never,
know the impact it has on
but you didn't see it. Nobody. I don't know anybody who saw the video. Did you see it before?
I still haven't seen it, but
You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
But you never know the impact it had on Kenyon.
And that's the hard part, Rob.
Kenyon's kids saw it. Maybe Kenyon's wife saw it.
Kenyon has expressed how very sensitive he is. I remember him coming out of Cincinnati, seeing, he had a, he had a
Thanks for the
speech
call,
impediment.
Mason.
He had it for a couple years in the league. He obviously has worked on that, like you mentioned. I've been around him a million times.
I've been around him.
I was just with him 2 weeks ago, and a lot of people don't know because he's worked hard on it. I think that's just one of those deep-rooted, scarred things that. My man, and that's what I told you. The internet, that's the thing about the internet, Rob. Everybody gets to be cute and funny.
He can't be sensitive about that, or that's something that I just wonder, like, if that's the right setting from the standpoint
I understand. Like, could you have them behind the scenes? But that was, and
no,
that was,
in public, you're still in public. When you talk about being on a set with everybody you work with.
well, I'm saying not public, though. Now,
Right.
Rob and Kelvin are talking about it. Right. There's a difference between family business, the
Right.
public of the show.
No, but I'm just saying, but that's in the public, and I'm just saying, I don't think that the producer, I don't know what his reach was, is what
probably
I'm saying.
not. He probably was being like Rob G was
Well,
talking
he
about
might
earlier.
have 40
Rob
people.
G was talking smack about people on his Twitter, blah, 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 and it's like it goes nowhere. It's just getting your jokes off. But that's the thing I keep telling people, man, you don't know how this is going to – you know this business. Look how big – look at your career now. You don't know where you were in – you've been doing this for 72 years. Like, you didn't know –
No, what I do know is I don't have nothing crazy on my Twitter because I don't roll like that.
But that's what I'm saying.
just don't-
People
that's
don't –
not
Rob, they're quick to get the joke
go back
off.
and look up and go through my Twitter, but there's none of that.
And everybody's quick to get their joke
can't
off,
squeeze
quick
in
to
one
make a
more? We
video,
got a
quick to
guest?
do all this. All right, we do have a guest. All right, hey, appreciate it, guys. You can let us
Sorry
know
about that.
on
That's
social
bad
media
on
if
our part.
you
We
want
should
to.
have had more calls on this.
So I think they're okay, Rob.
No. I'm always disappointed because we're the only place that allows people to get on and give their opinion as well, and I think that's why we're the best show. I'm serious.
What was his name? We should just ask him who we just had on the show. Is that why he would be? I think.
I mean, Covino and Rich take calls. Ben Mallard takes calls.
Yup, I'm telling you, Martin, you got access to some big oversized
What'd you say?
boxing gloves.
What'd you say?
This we need a pair. Two pair. I'm sorry.
Rob G, all you got to do is agree with me once in a while, just like like once or twice.
I asked
We
the
do not
question to Rob G earlier why this was a topic, the Kenyon Martin producer thing. And I'm just saying, it's starting to come clear.
I see what you're doing in there. No,
Starting to
producer,
be-
talent.
I get
Listen, I'm here every day. I deal with it.
it. I get it.
Casey Jacobsen on the other side of the
All
update.
right.
What's up, Mark?
2 minutes, 30 seconds left in the first 4 game tonight. Prairie View A&M versus Lehigh. Prairie View A&M with a 59-47 lead. That's the first of 2 first 4 games that will be played today. The next one tipping at 9:15, Miami of Ohio against SMU. In the NBA, right now, 8:30 left in the third quarter. The Boston Celtics lead the Golden State Warriors 69-56. Elsewhere in the league, goodness gracious, with 3 minutes left in the first half, the Thunder are beating the Nets 50-20. Thanks for coming out. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left in the second quarter. The Trailblazers with a 72-58 lead over the Pacers. Raptors doubling up the Bulls, but it's early, 26-13. 2:30 left in the first quarter. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Timberwolves playing without Anthony Edwards, 35-28 over Utah. And the Clippers lead the Pelicans 33-18. In NFL news, the Philadelphia Eagles acquiring Andy Dalton from the Carolina Panthers. Panthers sending back a 2027 7th-round draft pick. Eagles sending back. Colts signing wide receiver Nick Westbrook-Akine and linebacker Akeem Davis-Gaither. Former Dallas Cowboy and Cincinnati Bengal linebacker Logan Wilson retiring from the NFL after 7 years. San Francisco 49ers signed Christian Kirk and punter Corliss Waitman. A.J. Dillon, running back former from Green Bay, is now a Carolina Panther. And the Los Angeles Chargers re-signed Tony Jefferson. Louisville star freshman guard Michael Brown Jr. not going to play today in the tournament opener on Thursday for the Cardinals against South Florida. He's got a back injury, and the WNBA and WNBA Players Association have verbally agreed to a new collective bargaining agreement. That salary cap will increase from $1.5 million to $7 million, minimum salary increasing from $66,000 to $300,000. Fellas, back to you.
All right. Appreciate it. Hey, more money, more money, more money. Thank you, Martin. It's the Odd Couple.
And guess what? I got my wish.
I'm mad you did, but whatever. I think we did good. We smoking. No. Pouting up in here.
877-99 on Fox.
All right, let's take some more. I do got to tell them about that. Hey, if you're into video games, celebrities, or just a good time, the Global Gaming League is a video game league with celebrity-owned teams. You got T-Pain, you've got Neo, and more competing in everything from Call of Duty to Tetris. So sign up and join the league now at globalgamingleague.com. All right, more calls. As he was just talking about, we're still talking about Kenyon Martin and the producer that had a moment. We didn't get to take too many of yours. We'll take a couple more. If Casey calls, we'll get on with him. Who we got? Rob G? Oh, we got it. You got it. Okay, here we go. Blair. That's the guy who we didn't get Blair
to.
Underwood?
No, Blair in Florida.
Thought my older brother was calling.
Blair, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. Glad you could join the show, my man. How are you?
Well, thank you very much for taking my call. Yeah, this is an intriguing topic. Kenyon is definitely entitled to the way he feels. It's something he's worked very hard on, but I do not agree with the way he handled it. I believe that he had every right to address the guy, tell him that he was hurt by it, tell him that he didn't know, that he didn't know if he could work with him going forward.
Right.
But he should not have dressed that guy down like that. It was a time for him to be an adult, and he was not an adult. And furthermore, if I was Gilbert Arenas, I'd probably go to Kenyon and say, look, you want to do something like that? Don't do it on my platform.
Right.
That's not what we're all about. He had every right to feel the way he did, but he should not have done that. That was about getting even. That was personal. It had nothing to do about the greater good. Kenyon Martin, I remember from way back, this was not about the greater good. This was about him being hurt, and he wanted to hurt that guy.
Yep.
I'll leave you guys with that.
You know what? Great call.
He might. I don't know if there's more than anything else to say.
No, but that's why I'm glad to get Blair in. That was really a good call, and he's right. And you could look at it that way and say there was a way of handling it. It could have been different or whatever. And he's right. Kenyon has the right to be upset and not want to work with the guy and go crazy on the guy. And Gilbert Arenas can also, and that's why I said Gilbert Arenas came to this producer's defense by giving you a timeline that's different from
feeling like this just happened
like
2 weeks ago.
It happened, right? And he's been kikiing in his face and eating his food and all that.
Let me throw this at you. Do you, Rob G, you can jump in on this too, Martin, whoever, but like Rob G, you whoever, you say something, you do all this. Now you're working with the player. Like I said, you're Austin Reeves. I would never want to do that, whatever. Do you bring it up? Do you hope they never see it? Do you just roll with it?
I ain't bringing it up.
He didn't bring it up.
Ask the previous FSR talents that I work with if I brought up the slick tweets I had back in the day.
I ain't want to call you out. I
don't know.
I already know.
They weren't about Rob. I know they were not.
He actually said they weren't. I know
they were not. I'll tell you about during the break.
They weren't about you. They weren't.
They weren't.
So,
I love the RG3, Rob. I was on your side on that one.
So wait a minute. So you took JT the Brick to task.
And Tom Looney.
Yeah.
I love Tom Looney.
Okay.
And Ben Maller.
Tom Looney.
So Rob G, but you answered the question.
Am I on?
Like you wouldn't.
No.
See, and that. See, I'm more of the. I'm gonna just get this ugly elephant in the room. I'm gonna be now. I don't have. You know what I mean? I don't. But like, I would just. Man, my bad, bro. Yo, I ain't gonna lie.
Well, how bad are the tweets, or how bad is the video?
Well, that matters too. That's a good point. Because if it's about your performance, that's different, right? Man, that dude couldn't hit a shot of the barn, inside of a barn, whatever. But again, that's where I think Kenyon was so hurt. This was personal.
Right.
This was something I've been dealing with my whole life. I had challenges with. It probably was embarrassed about. Probably had to get into fights about because kids are cruel.
Probably would be different too if he didn't think he was. And I'm saying this without the stuttering, just not articulate. Like if would it hit different? You think?
What do you mean?
So he was saying right on that thing, Rob G, that he couldn't put sentences together or something like that was the the gist of it. Like Kenyon, he can't even put two sentences together. I think,
and there were
is that the quote?
And people have shared videos because, like you said, Rob, I didn't even know he had an issue, and people have been sharing videos from early in his NBA career. And in the videos I've seen, it's less of a stutter problem.
It's like a click.
It's like a tick.
Yeah,
right. That's what I said.
Yeah.
That's what I said because I don't know of a stutter like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when I heard this whole story, I did not know.
Yeah, it was not
your
kind of your traditional in your mind thinking of a stammer. It was not that. It was more.
And we've had guests on the show who have stuttering issues that I didn't know before I booked them because I never heard it before, and you'd hear it during the course of the conversation. And part of me is like, man, I wish we would have known this. The audio would maybe not sound great to the listener. But the other part of me is like, no, good for this dude who's not letting it affect
fighting
him
through it
and prevent him from sharing his thoughts.
And
on
I'm gonna tell you this:
topics.
you'd be surprised how many people used to have that. I'm talking. I just told him
one of my mentees, Miles Johnson, who worked for FS1 in New York, and he has a very popular Eagles podcast. And he's overcome it. You know what I mean?
You'd be shocked,
and
Rob
it's
G, how many
unbelievable.
people have
Like he's doing a podcast
that are on TV. I'm talking about radio, TV that you have no idea who dealt with that. And so I do think that's partly why we get these calls. But that's partly why I think Kenyon almost felt he talked about it like an ambassador for folks that are going through it.
I understand. All right, let's go to Andre in Massachusetts. You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. Is this the second time today? All right, Andre, what's up, buddy?
Oh, that's funny.
What's going on? Hey, thanks for taking the call.
Oh, that's right.
Listen,
wait a minute? Did you hear Sean?
Sean Dre, what we call him now.
Did you hear Sean imitate you?
I didn't, but I know it was a good imitation.
I'm not gonna lie, Dre. I thought it was you for the first 12 seconds.
I was like, wow, Sean. It sounded like he was in the Commonwealth.
Yeah, I thought it was you.
He's welcome in the Commonwealth, particularly as baseball season. We'll go to a Sox game. I'm gonna park the car. He's gonna come on out to the Commonwealth. But listen, with Kenyon Martin here, there's a time when keeping it real goes wrong, and I understand where he's coming from. I'm an educator, Rob. You're an educator, right? You don't dumb talk people, okay? You don't talk down to people, when you have that upper hand. But here's the reason that what he did was all the way wrong, and people will know. You have a captive audience. Okay? They can't fight back. You're not on equal footing. It's not as though you're in a courtroom where both sides have the ability to weigh in. He completely big-timed this guy, all right? And he was 100% defenseless. So that's where other callers have said it. I take issue with Kenyon Martin. Completely understand where he's coming from.
Right.
It's the same thing we say in sports. You might beat us today, but you're going to work for us tomorrow, right? When you have one dominant team and they blow a team out, they beat them by 50, they're dunking, they're hoo-hooing, right? They're rubbing it in, right? Because they have they're superior athletically. But you can do the same thing intellectually, and it's equally hurtful. So I understand where he's coming from, but the way that he went about it, it just invalidated his point because the other guy, he's defenseless. As mean as you felt he was to you, you just gave it back, and it's two wrongs not making it right.
And that's why I told y'all, and I told Martin was saying, I would have said, yep, you know what, man, I apologize. That's what I was trying to tell you. I'm sorry. And I would have had to leave because I'm not just going to, come on, bro. I'm not about to sit there and take 7-8 minutes of that. I apologize. I would have had to leave. Appreciate the calls, man. Everybody jumped in on this one. All right, on the way, we got
I'm happy now. Okay.
Yeah, you are.
I'm going to be happy for the last hour.
I think we had enough calls. No. That's pretty funny.
Our show is different. That's all. And don't tell me about Ben Maller, and don't tell me about what other show.
Covino and Rich take calls. They have game shows with callers.
They take calls.
They actually do have.
You never miss any of these shows, Rob.
No, I'm just
biggest P1 of the network, Rob Parker.
What?
That's funny.
We're the only show that talks baseball. But Jason Smith did 75 minutes on the Mets last night. But that's okay.
No. You're right. We talk baseball. He talks Mets. There's a big difference
Shout
between
out to
the
Jason,
two.
man. Yeah. We love Jason.
All right, one's got to go.
Alex knows
and I don't
right.
mean one
even
of us
when he's
here.
eating those wings that Jason brought in.
That's
I don't
true.
care.
It's almost Thursday.
Fox Sports Radio.
It's almost Thursday.
card. So the Lakers have won 9 of 10, 6 straight, and currently sit third in the West. And that game last night, was a big one because now they sit a full game and a half ahead of Houston. They're sitting third in the West. So question becomes, do you buy the Lakers, Rob? Are you in? Are you saying, you know what? They got a little formula going. LeBron has been vocal about he doesn't mind taking a step back, whatever it takes for the team to win, and obviously 9-1. They got some good wins in it too. Denver, Houston, a few other good wins as well. So you in?
I'm out. If you ask me if the Lakers were bologna or filet, I'm going with bologna.
Do you want to spell that?
Bolononga. Is that it? How we spell it?
I don't know. You said that one so fast. I mean,
BLON. No, here's my issue. Regular season is not postseason. Mm-hmm. Getting stops, playing defense. I was listening to a lot of NBA analysts, and they were saying what they're shocked about, teams not devising a way to go at Luka, you know what I mean, during a stretch, and just, abuse him, right? Like you can do that. And I think in the playoffs, when you have a series and you're seeing somebody, right, 4 out of 7 nights, you'll come up with a plan. And defensively, I don't think they're good enough. And I think that, and I know people thought you could just outscore everybody last year. Everybody thought that they would be the team.
Austin Reeves giving you almost 30 a game. So
okay,
that's
but,
a huge...
but in the playoffs, he did last year. He didn't. Mm-hmm. Go back and look at the numbers. He didn't show up in the playoffs. He played poorly. And I'm just saying, the regular season is just different. Like it is. They'll let you get off. They'll let you do your thing for the most part. They're not going to lock down and put all this energy in a regular season games. It's different in the postseason. And I just think those 3 statues out there will not be able to, right, with some of the younger legs and younger players that are in the Western Conference and have a chance to make a run in the postseason. I just don't see them there. And this whole idea, I know it's good. LeBron saying the right thing for right now. Mm-hmm. We'll see. Now they lose 3 in a row, right? Now is LeBron still on board with this? It's good. It's easy to say that now. You've won 6 in a row and 9 out of 10. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What happens when they lose 3 in a row or 3 out of 4 or something? Then all of a sudden, I think there's an issue. That's just where I'm at. I'm not going to. They're good. They have enough talent. The NBA has enough. A lot of weak teams. They have won some good games during the stretch. So I'm not saying they're all pieces of cake. But I'm not like a run to the Western Conference Finals. No, I don't see it.
And that's the conversation that we're having. Meaning, do I think there's 2 or 3 teams in a playoff matchup they can beat the lower teams? I think they could beat Minnesota. I think they could give Houston a run for the money. Yes, I think they're the Phoenix Suns if they make it. Yeah, there's a handful of teams that the Lakers could beat in a round. The problem is, Rob, they picked a bad time to be trying to do this with LeBron, Austin Reeves, and Luka. I look at this, they got to go through potentially a run of like going through the Suns who are playing pretty, better than we all thought once all the guys left.
Much better.
Yeah, got to give him credit.
Give Devin Booker credit.
Absolutely.
I did not expect
he's looking
that.
like I didn't need him. I got to the finals without him.
They had Bradley Beal.
Yeah, then you bring KD and Bradley Beal, and we stink. Now they're gone. We're back solid. But you got to go through one of these tougher teams early. These lower teams, but are tough. It could be whoever. Minnesota without Anthony Edwards could drop, and you could end up playing them a first round.
Minnesota's a tough one, too.
Right, and that's what I mean. You got to play the Minnesota. But then you might have to go through like a Denver or something. And then you might have to go through the Spurs. Or
Denver,
the
for whatever reason, has always been a mismatch for the
They match up until the last 5 minutes.
Right.
And Jamal Murray or Jokic wins the game. And I could see that same thing happen where it's a good matchup because it can kind of go bucket for bucket.
And then all of a sudden.
It's just the closer end. But now if you're the Lakers, you're hoping maybe because now you got the better version of Luka that you can close it. But here's a couple of things in their favor. Again, I don't think they're going far. I think the Thunder are winning. The Spurs are right there. I think the winner's going to come out of the West. It'll be Spurs or Thunder, in my opinion.
Oh, I thought the Pistons were winning, no?
No, I didn't say
okay.
that. I never said that. I like what they're doing, but not right now. Not to win it, no.
Not this year.
Here's a couple of things. They're 20th. We're talking about defense with the Lakers. 20th defensive rating, which isn't, it's bottom third. So that's
20
not
out of 30,
yeah,
right?
That's not gonna cut it. to win a championship. Because one thing we often talk about, even those Warrior teams, they were always top 3, number 1 a lot of the times in defensive rating. You usually have to be outstanding defensively. Look at you know who's number 1 defensively, defensive rating? The Thunder. Kelvin on a Worship Wednesday. Thank you for the calls, hanging out with us, having a good conversation. If you miss any of today's show, you're going to want to catch the podcast. Just search The Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast right after the show, and today's pod is going to be posted. Be sure to follow the pod, rate it 5 stars, and then you can even provide us with a review. We appreciate it. Again, just search The Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast, and you'll find today's show, a full show, and a best-of version right after we get off the show. Right now, it is time for One's Gotta Go.
Hard decisions. So 5's a crowd. Is that what I'm gleaning here? 5's an uneven number. Figure it out.
Hear me out. Hear me out. All right, so Rob and I have been talking about it for about a week now, maybe a little less, but it's been crazy heat wave around Los Angeles. I'm talking historic, like hottest days.
I don't know, people don't want to hear it around the rest of the country because they got 70s one day and snow the next day.
Yeah, they've been going through it. But it got me to thinking, Rob, about heat and all you got to go through and endure, and yes, even cold. We did our cold one once. We've done some cold, especially you being 20 years in Detroit, me spending all 30 years in Michigan. So this one is Martin, Rob, Alex, Elijah, Sagar, everybody. This one's got to go is essentials during heat waves. So one of these you can say, all right, I'll be without. Like I can manage without. A pool, air conditioning, but specifically in your house. Cold treats, whatever you're cold treated, whether cold, you can have a beverage, but like ice cold beverages, ice cream, those types of things. A fan or air specifically in your car, like if you're air conditioning went out. So which one can you do without during these heat waves? Is this really
the question?
Yeah.
So when you say cold drinks, I can't have anything to drink?
No, you can like have water, but it can't be like ice cold.
Cold treats.
Like cold treats.
Oh, treats.
Like anything cold, ice cream, cheesecake. If you were in that
Alex.
bag, cheesecake. People like cold things when they're
I'm
hot.
gonna say cold things.
Smoothies.
I'm gonna go right there from the beginning. I need air in my car.
Okay.
I need air in my house.
Okay.
And I had a beautiful pool in my house in suburban Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
And I love
know
to
about
get
the
in.
parties.
It's the original grotto is what I heard.
We do have pictures.
Yeah, I know. I seen them.
You seen them.
Rob had the Playboy Mansion before half.
No. It wasn't a mansion, but we had a nice, you couldn't see anything from the street.
Oh, you good.
No, I would go with the
cold treats for you.
Yes.
All right, Martin, Rob, Elijah, Sagar, Alex, anybody want to jump in? Go ahead.
I'm out on the pool because I have to maintain the pool.
Yeah.
No, you hire somebody to do the pool.
Well, I got to pay somebody to maintain the pool. Everything else,
you're not doing the pool
easy.
by yourself because you got to do pH balance.
Yeah.
Like there's work to do a pool.
Yeah, but that's his point.
I
He don't
got
want to
you.
pay for all of that.
And plus, too, speaking from a position of privilege, I don't have air in a lot of those places right now. And it was hot on the way up here. I'll tell you that.
I get it. I get it. So you dealing with it. Who else is Alex, Rob G?
This is easy.
Which one?
I can't tell you the last time I used air in my car.
Really?
We ain't a sucker around here. There's people on other sides of the world that can't even get warm. Do you think I'm going to suck out on some heat over here? No, I put the windows all the way down. I let that beautiful hair flow, and I take in all of it. It's a sauna on the go.
How can you see the road, though, with the hair blowing? You know what I'm saying?
Did you just say it's a sauna on the go?
Sauna on the go, baby.
Yeah, okay. Well, I ain't trying to get my answer away too soon, but y'all tripping.
What?
Rob G?
As someone who just got new split AC units in their house that I still try not to use.
And this is the guy who's
Still
always
try not
talking
to
about
use it.
the money he spent to upgrade this house.
Man.
Like
Rob G be pocket watching. Meanwhile, he stays doing something.
He's
got money.
He's got money.
Every time I talk to him, we got a new ceiling. We got a seamless string. What is it?
We got a seamless roof.
Seamless roof. I don't even know what that is.
That's 'cause
Meanwhile,
you
you
don't
always
know a
talking
guy.
about me. You got all the money. And meanwhile, I met you. You had one. I don't know if people know your car. You had one. Now you got a bigger one.
Bigger one.
You got a bigger one of it. So why are you always talking about me?
You know what's wild, K-Dot? He'll be over here, too, be like, oh, gosh, I have to drop another $2K on the car. Gosh. Guess
That sounds like you.
Well, I didn't complain.
All right.
Yeah.
But
Rob
anyways,
G.
I have an AC, and I'll say I'd get rid of that one. Because as someone who grew up in the struggle that you guys might not understand.
Please.
What we used to have
we
to
all
do
the
was throw a T-shirt in the freezer and get it wet, and it'd be cold. You just put that over a fan, and it'd be the coldest air you've ever felt.
I'm not going to lie. I didn't know that struggle.
I didn't know that either.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Is that a Californian thing? Because I ain't.
You guys had struggle with heat back then.
No, but in New York in August, it used to be like the fan is on, there's no air. You know what I mean? I used to suffer in the summer. We didn't have air at the house.
I feel like that's the California version of leaving your oven door open.
All big facts.
In the winter.
That's a good comparison.
Yeah, that's a good. I'll give you that, Martin. We had to heat the house.
We do that in the house to keep the house warm.
Yeah, I'm going to jump in here, and I thought about this, and I think for me, because the air in the car, I'm not you guys. That has to happen. Air in the house has to happen.
What'd you say, Aaron in the car?
Air in the...
air.
Stop it. Well, here you go.
He can't
Always
help
bringing
himself.
up Aaron.
He can't help himself.
Look at Alex.
I think I'm going pool.
Do you have a pool now?
In our community.
Okay.
And my family, my wife and the girls.
Gated community.
See? Hated? Yeah, it's a hated. No, it's a hated. It's a hated community.
Instead of him just saying, no, I don't have a pool at my house.
Yep.
What am I supposed to say?
Yep.
He asked you, do you have a pool? You do not have a pool.
I do not have a pool.
Right, Rob G? He was trying to...
But the relevance to it is because we go to the pool quite often.
But there's a difference with he asked you. He didn't say that you have one in your community. He said, do you have a pool?
Am I paying for it?
Do you have a pool?
Am I paying for it?
Do you have a pool?
Yes.
You don't have
Every
a pool.
month I'm paying for it.
I had a pool.
Had.
I had a pool. I have a pool.
You downsizing.
We are Buckmark.
It's the Odd Couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys.
Let's get it. The Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with 1.5 of the best-looking guys in the game?
That game was incredible.
You are wrong. You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob? Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate.
Son, you ain't ready for this. Well, I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward. I'm honest. You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. And, of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth. I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not going to see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion. Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm going to go play baseball.
Trash Talking Tuesday is the best.
It's a great opportunity for folks to call in, and they get to trash whomever.
Who you trashing, Roger?
I'm trashing LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
They can't even hold Wilt Chamberlain's shoes.
Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please.
I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King. The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it.
Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your boys. They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun. I agree. Begrudgingly.
The Odd Couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun.
Prairie View A&M has punched its ticket to the round of 64, beating Lehigh in the first four. The first game tonight of 2, 67-55. The second game tips 9:15, Miami of Ohio versus SMU. In the NBA, the Boston Celtics lead the Golden State Warriors with 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter, 89-76. Thunder up massive over the Nets, 68-37. Trailblazers with an 86-72 lead. All those both in the third quarter. 4 minutes left in the first half for the Raptors and the Bulls. Toronto leads by 20, 60-41, and Toronto Timberwolves lead the Jazz 65-51 with 2:45 left in the second quarter. The Philadelphia Eagles are acquiring quarterback Andy Dalton from the Carolina Panthers. The Eagles sending back a 2027 seventh-round draft pick. I'm Martin Weiss.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Our number three here on the Odd Couple.
Number 3.
Thank you, Alex. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington.
Let me get ready. I already know I need to be ready right now.
It is the Odd Couple on a Worship Wednesday here on Fox Sports Radio. And for over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation, TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. Don't forget, check out the YouTube channel. You know that. We appreciate everyone who has
Oh, yeah. Subscribe.
But we need more. We need more. Keep subscribing. Subscribe if you haven't. All you need to do is search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Again, that's Odd Couple FSR. One of the best in the business is coming up in about 28 minutes.
I'm the poo-poo king.
Other than me, Julian McWilliams, CBS Sports national baseball reporter. He'll be joining us in about 28. And also last call, in case you couldn't get in earlier in the program.
Rob, real quick, can I say something?
What?
It's 73-39. The Thunder are beating the Nets. 73, and it's now 75 as they just got a steal and a dunk.
All I think about is I don't even care about the game. You know what I think about? The people who bought tickets for an NBA game. Like that's what I always go right there. Like somebody paid $400. They're taking their son or their wife out on a nice date, or they got a date. Let's go to the game. Like, all right, the Thunder. Now, I'm not saying that people went there expecting the Nets to beat them. But this?
I'm sorry.
There's not a single
78-39.
There's not a single Nets player with in double-digit scoring by now. To your point, there's
shooting,
7 minutes left in the third quarter.
And they're shooting 28% from the field.
Dude,
like it's awful. All right, where's the thing you want to give me? Is there a gift you want to give me or something?
Yeah.
What's going on?
First of all, calm your nerves. Okay.
Well, this is like 2 days in a row.
No. It's just it's nothing crazy. Nothing. Look, this is not groundbreaking.
What
it's
is it?
My wife. Now, first of all, you thank my wife. I don't even know what this is. We're about to find out together.
Oh, you don't even know what it is.
Is it a picture of a Kelvin?
Oh no!
Oh God!
What would be new? He'd be like, I already have that one. No, I don't know. We're about to find out together. So here. She said, one of y'all like, once you see what it is, she said, one of y'all like blah, 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 right? And I was like, oh, yeah, it's Rob. So I don't even know what it is. She just said, I know y'all a fan of this. I got this and I saw it. What is it?
It's a card. It's the Golden Girls card, right?
Oh, she knows that's what it is. She knew you were a Golden Girls fan. So she was like, one of y'all like the Golden Girls, right? On y'all crazy show? And I was like, yeah, Rob does. Let me see this.
It's nice.
How dare she get you? Let me tell her don't ever do that again.
Very nice.
Dub, the better response would have been, let me tell you about the Golden Girls cruise.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
I did. Well, you think I didn't?
Here we go. Rob G, you know what? I'm going to come in there and pimp slap you.
You think I didn't? Hold on. How do I do
My
this?
name's Terry.
Here we go.
Oh, it opens
it's
up.
a bouquet of the Golden Girls. So it's a card. You push it up, you stand it up, and now you put that in your apartment, and you keep that. Or we can, let me see. Let's see if Elijah don't get too mad. Put it right there. Elijah, let's see what this 2-shot looks like with this right here. Thank you for being a friend. Boom, 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 boom.
Travel down the road and back again.
What else?
Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant.
To the bridge. And if you threw a party and invited everyone you knew. She hit that note. You would see the biggest gift would be from Tony, and the card attached is the card. Thank you for being a friend. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, yeah. Thank you for being a friend.
Thanks,
that's what it
Tony.
says, too.
Thank you.
How dare she better never get you nothing again.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Tony.
Yeah, don't ever do that again, babe.
And I want you to know that on MeTV,
Hold on. All right, what you about to say?
The Golden Girls is now on every night at 10 p.m. on that memorable entertainment television, which is a free channel.
How sad are you
10 p.m.
that you can't enjoy that with cheesecake on the chest right now?
No cheesecake.
I know. So what is the snack while watching it at 10?
I actually haven't been eating anything. I told Alex I'm having dinner, drinking some diet iced tea, and no nothing.
You want some of this?
Get away from me.
I'm serious.
What is that?
I have a jar full. I bought it from my guy, Alex.
Has it got sugar in it?
No, it's all fruits and vegetables.
It's
no sugar.
Beets, watermelon,
Lemon,
Celtic
sweet
salt,
lemon. Yep.
sweet lemon.
Yep.
Look at that.
Rob, it's delicious. Try it.
I got something.
You will love it.
Yeah, it's good.
You will love it.
All right.
This was actually good. Now, the green one, he wouldn't do the green.
That's
one.
nice. Thank you.
No.
All right.
Anyway, let's get to it.
Let's go. I appreciate it.
No doubt. Rob G, WBC, and when you saw the celebration from Venezuela, you realized that, man, this is huge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. In case you missed it, Valenzuela topped the mighty USA 3-2 on Tuesday night. Heavy underdogs, didn't matter. They were heavy underdogs to Japan, didn't matter then either. They come away winning the gold medal. And if you saw the action on Fox after the game, you got an illustration about just how much this meant to those guys. They were sobbing openly on the field as the national anthem blared. Thousands of Valenzuela fans were cheering, and there are also tears in their eyes. And if you don't believe me,
just watch.
Eugenio Suarez, who had the game-winning hit there in the 9th inning, spoke to Fox after the game. And just take a listen to hear what he said about what it meant to him.
What made this team so special? The union. We are together the whole time. We're not just teammates. We are family. This team is awesome. We are family here. That's why we play with passion, with love, because we feel the jersey. We feel our country in front of us. That's why this is a lot for us as players, as a people, as a human beings, and as a Venezuela. Now we are the champion.
Yeah. Rob G, I mean, Rob and I were talking about this yesterday, and I meant to bring it up to you. We were saying, win or lose, America, specifically here in the States, if America won, what would be the lasting thing? I gave it 24-36. Did it last 8 hours here?
People got mad that they lost, and they gave their venom this morning. I heard all of that stuff.
I mean,
but I'm going to say this, and I'm Venezuela, Miguel Cabrera, who I know and covered in Detroit for a long time, and for the people there, I'm not trying to poo-poo it, but I gotta. Can I? Is this on? I'm gonna call.
Sounds like some major poo-poo.
I'm gonna call BS on this. I am.
Hold up.
And here's why I'm calling BS on this. All those guys, they didn't grow up with no WBC. They have no history. It's only been around for 20 years. It would be different if there was some long-standing history and their country could never push through. It's only been around for 20 years. You could barely eat a cup of coffee and a sweet roll. That's how long it's been around. Like, come on. You're making it like there's some unbelievable. Wow, this is the Olympics in Athens, Greece. And, like, really? A spring training event?
This is.
Dude, stop it. Venezuela. Really?
Yes, really,
This
Rob.
is going to make you cry. Boo-hoo. Oh, my God. I can't believe we won. We're family. No. What about all the other nations that played? They're not family? Only you, because you won. And if you lost, you would have walked off just like they did at the Dominican Republic. Come on now. Congratulations. Mazel tov. I hope you enjoyed it. But to build this up and act like it's the greatest thing in the world and everybody's crying like a baby, boo-hoo. Can we get a commercial for Kleenex? How do you say Kleenex in Spanish? What are you doing?
This is what I keep trying to tell you, Rob.
It ain't that big.
It's only that big to them.
It's just been around this long. Come on, Kelvin.
I'm telling you why.
There's
right
no
now,
history
look at
for
this.
this.
We're looking right now. It's the Oklahoma City, and it says Thunder above their jersey. But for when it says Venezuela, when it says Dominican Republic, when it says Japan, it matters to them. It's life or death to them. To the fans, they take it super seriously.
There's no history. There's nothing.
That's where you're wrong.
No, I'm not.
It's not the WBC history. It's the history of the country. And it can be basketball, pickleball. It don't matter.
No,
when their country is across it, that's how they feel.
How? How can this be special when they were kids? There was none of this. They can't be that special.
It's because I'm playing baseball with my friends, with my countrymen, and we're doing this for our country. That anytime they wear a jersey that has their country name on it.
It's an exhibition happening during spring training instead of spring training games, and it heightens it. I get that. I'm not trying to poo-poo the whole thing.
You're heavily poo-pooing it. Matter of fact, where are the dude wipes? That's how much poo-poo is going on. Get this man some dude wipes.
But really, like a thing that's been around like 20 years.
I'm going to tell you why.
No history.
All jokes, I'm going to tell you why, Rob.
I find it to be mind-boggling. I find it mind-boggling.
Here's why. When they have an opportunity to win, Venezuela, America went and kidnapped their president. Okay, just took them. They're going through things right now in Cuba. They don't have any power. The entire country doesn't have power. So when countries, these smaller countries that are going through things like that, the game becomes much bigger than baseball for them. So for them, we just brought some solace, some passion, something to be happy about, to cheer about to our entire country. We're divided right now. Right now we got Golden State versus Boston. We got the Thunder versus the Brooklyn Nets. This is one singular thing where the entire country came together. We persevered. We won. And I feel you. It's just the WBC to us because we got Major League Baseball starting. Look at my watch. Exactly a week from today. But for them, this is life or death.
Did you hear Derek Jeter?
What did Derek Jeter say?
Derek Jeter said, the people who are saying that this is bigger than the World Series obviously had never played in the World Series or won a World Series. And that his sentiment.
Kike Hernandez has played in multiple and said the same thing. He's played in 5 World Series.
He ain't lead nobody. How many at-bats he got in those 5 World Series? Stop it with Kike.
Don't act like Kike ain't got some huge moments in the postseason.
All I'm saying is, are you kidding me that this thing has been around for a cup of coffee and a sweet roll, and now
and by the way,
it's
2 decades is kind of long. You got to
20 years in sports?
2 decades is
no,
pretty
it ain't.
long.
No, it ain't.
So somebody can't be excited they won the UFC. UFC's only been popular about 15, 20 years.
I'm saying that the players who are playing weren't kids when it started is my point.
They were literally kids. They were like 8.
Please.
They were like between 5 and 12. What do you mean? So again, I say this is for them. This is all the marbles. This represents the people. This is for their country, for their people. It's a different level of passion.
This is where we are. We try to make everything big, like it's bigger than life, and we're always trying to big up something, and it doesn't take anything away from it. Ratings were good. People were at the ballparks. I loved it. I watched baseball, okay?
Of course.
But for me, I'm just being honest. As someone who's covered Major League Baseball for 40 years, 4-0, for me to hear people talk about this is bigger or better than the world, I can't buy into it. I refuse. It might be, and I get the countrymen and, oh, my God, for the little Venezuela or whatever, and the amount of people that it has compared to the United States. I get all that. I do. And I'm not saying they can't celebrate, be happy, but some of the rhetoric and the over-the-top prisoner of the moment.
I just don't think
it's
it is
prisoner
that for them.
of the moment.
I
My
think
goodness
it means
gracious,
so
stop
much to
it.
them. I think for America, if we won yesterday, reverse it, was it 3-2? Martin, Rob G, everybody would come in here and we would just be like, oh, that was cool. That's what's up. Yeah, good job. We got it done, no doubt. And we will be so ready for MLB. And if your team is the Dodgers or your team's the Pirates, well, they ain't got no shot. Your team is the Mets, the Giants, doesn't matter. That's what you're passionate about. You're mad they got kicked out the postseason. You're mad they didn't make the postseason. You're ecstatic they won a World Series. For us, we'd be like, oh, WBC, that was cool. I went and did Spectrum News 1 in a building full of people. We have the Dodgers, we have the Lakers, and news. Not a single person for 5-6 hours I was there mentioned the WBC. Now, those other countries, you can't even walk the street. When Venezuela gets back,
you don't even know that. You ain't been to Venezuela. What are you talking about?
You don't think they're gonna be going crazy when Venezuela's whatever that
Show me the pictures of the parade. There ain't no parade. They got spring training. They got to go back and rejoin their team. They're not even going home. What are you talking about?
Well, dang it, some of them are.
They got to report back to spring training camps.
Acting like you don't know how this is.
Why?
They be throwing flares and fires and all that.
It's so big. Let them go back to Venezuela and miss spring training. All right, and go have a big parade. They're not doing that.
Don't tempt them.
They go to spring training, get ready for the season.
The season matters, without a doubt. They love baseball, but winning anything for their country is going to outdo anything here.
877-99 on Fox. I know you always
get you a pack of some dude wipes talking about you ain't poo-pooing on it.
877
extra large ones
996-6369. I just. Am I missing the boat? I'm serious. Am I missing the boat on this? Because I don't believe the WBC and its 20-year history can touch the World Series. If I'm wrong, call up. I want to hear from you. Kelvin's on board. Mm-hmm. He's a Johnny-come-lately, everything great guy.
Do not come.
I'm not that guy.
To them, Rob. Make sure you clarify.
I'm not
to
guy.
Me, Kelvin. I'm an American who's here, and I'm not tied to another country.
877-99 on Fox. It is the Odd Couple on a Worship Wednesday. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, where we deliver insight, not noise, right here on Fox Sports Radio. stick and stay.
Especially if you got an extra pass for the boat for Rob Parker in the US of A.
Breaking news in the NFL, former Cardinals #1 overall pick Kyler Murray has a new home. He's taking his talents to Minnesota. He's going to be the quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings, 1-year veteran minimum deal because, as we mentioned, the Cardinals are paying his whole salary, basically. And we haven't confirmed it yet. All they're saying is it's a competition. But all signs point to Kyler Murray replacing former first-round pick, the guy who got Sam Darnold out of town, the guy who got Daniel Jones out of town, the guy who prevented Aaron Rodgers from coming into town. J.J. McCarthy looks like his days are numbered in Minnesota.
And I give credit to the Vikings. I give credit. We talk about this all the time, that at some point you got to just say, hey, we might have gotten something wrong. It's time to move on. That's a bar. And I think this is the case with the Vikings. I think I've been saying it's one of the first things I said since joining this show, because I joined right as football season was starting 2 seasons ago now. And I said, man, I've seen J.J. McCarthy, seen every one of his throws as a person born and raised in Ann Arbor, Michigan. And I was like, he played solid, but I wouldn't have jumped up to 10th. I wouldn't have given up picks to go get him when you might have been able to get him at the end of the first round, maybe early second round, and have your guy and let him slowly come along, and maybe he's your guy of the future. They, whatever reasons, bought into J.J. McCarthy. And if it weren't for him getting injured that rookie year, he may have started right off the bat. In comes Sam Darnold, who we did not know him. He was going to have an amazing season that year for them, and then go on to have a good season this past one for the Seahawks to the tune of winning a Super Bowl. So J.J. McCarthy got to play, did not perform well, was up and down, have a couple of quarters where he's good.
How many years did he play? How many games did he start, actually?
At Michigan?
No. For the Vikings.
What, maybe 10?
Okay. All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Keep going.
And so what we're saying was, so we saw the ups and downs. Sometimes they have a good quarter, good half. They don't have a bad couple of games. So I think for him, there is something there eventually. But what I think the Vikings did and realized that we have a really good defense. We have maybe the best, maybe the second best receiver in Justin Jefferson. And I think, and some other good pieces on offense as well, tight ends and receivers. So I think they realized we got a chance to get a guy that has been very explosive at times, who has all the talent in the world, hasn't put it together most of his career thus far. But again, they believe with Kevin O'Connell and the way they coach up that they can get it done with Kyler Murray. It's a 1-year deal, and I think they're just trying to say, let's see what we can look like if we put JJ back a little bit, give him some more time, get a guy who's explosive with a bunch of weapons, who wants to revitalize his career in Kyler Murray, and see if we can do that and get back in a competitive division, and where they won 9 with JJ. And I think they feel like, well, if we won 9 with him, what can we do with Kyler Murray? So I think this is something where they're going to say another reclamation project like we did with Sam Darnold, like we did with Daniel Jones, and now he's out here making $100 million. He's winning Super Bowls. Can we get Kyler Murray to play his best ball and help us get into the postseason?
Yeah, I just think this is, again, the guy's played 10 games, has been injured twice. He also, in the biggest game of the year, went to Detroit and beat the Lions. Go watch the tape. Like, he made all the big throws that they needed him to make. I'm not sitting here to tell you that J.J. McCarthy is going to be the next coming of anything. But after 10 games, the idea, we're just so ridiculous that everybody is supposed to be the same and develop the same. Aaron Rodgers set for 3 years, and J.J. McCarthy is supposed to play and win 14 games after 10 games. I just think that the whole mindset is messed up with the way that they draft quarterbacks. But I'll tell you this. If Kyler Murray's healthy and can play with that team, is this on? Because I'm here to tell you right now that the Lions have officially dropped to last place in the NFC North. The Lions have dropped to last place. The Lions will finish behind the Minnesota Vikings, who last year only won one less game than the Lions. Without a quarterback, supposedly without a quarterback, they only had one less loss than the Detroit Lions. And now you're going to get a former first overall pick as a quarterback with a coach who's done very well with coaching quarterbacks up, with their weapons and their defense and not think that they're not going to be better than the Lions with all the changes that have taken place in Detroit? Hello, 313, do you hear me? You should be shaking in your boots today. You should be scared to death that this division, that the opening that you had and a chance to get to the Super Bowl has closed. The division is way tougher. I look at the 4 teams. The Lions are the least favorite team to win that division to me. I'm convinced they'll finish in 4th place. I like the Packers better. I like the Bears to get even better and win the division. And I like the Vikings. I do. They have so much talent, so many players all over the place. Last year was a disappointing year. 9 wins. So the Vikings can do whatever they want. 1 year, approve it. Let's see what you got, whatever. Kyler Murray can be playing for something, for his respect, for his credibility, for his career. Those are dangerous things to mix in with that when you have weapons, when you have a defense.
Thank you, Jesus!
We just healed all relationships, Robin, out here just a moment ago.
What?
Yeah, we did.
How?
Just open up. I just took the Band-Aid off my wound, you know what I mean?
Just,
and then you poured salt in it, and that was it.
That was more like sugar.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We're just talking about love and pursuit of happiness and all that good stuff.
Do not come.
And, see, I don't want to update my LinkedIn. It's the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, on a Worship Wednesday. Julian McWilliams getting ready to join us here in about 5 minutes or so. CBS Sports National Baseball reporter. We got last call coming up as well. In the Fox Sports Radio Bracket Challenge, it is live. Be sure to complete your bracket at foxsportsradio.com right now. Compete against our Fox Sports Radio hosts and against fellow listeners to see who have the best bracket. The winning bracket in the Fox Sports Radio Bracket Challenge is going to win a $1,000 gift card, and a perfect bracket is going to win $1 million. So fill out your bracket now. You got until tomorrow morning before the games. Visit foxsportsradio.com to register to get the rules and to fill out your bracket. It is all presented by Webull, trading and investing built for you. Venezuela, they went all Kevin Garnett. Anything's possible. They cried, they yelled, they were excited. I said, I get it. I know how some other countries act when anytime their country's on their jersey and they win something, it means more. Rob said, by humbug, it's only about the World Series. That's it.
No, it's only been around for 20 years. It's just a prisoner of the moment. We got to make everything like the greatest thing ever. Everything that happens today is not the greatest thing that ever happened.
You know what the greatest thing isn't? It's the Nets. It's now 91-55, Thunder over the Nets. 91-55, my gosh. All right, let's take some calls. 877-99 on Fox.
Is that Dio, Rob G? Dio on Strong Island in New York. On Long Island, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. And Rob G, you put in Long Island. It's on Long Island.
Oh, Rhode Island.
Oh, see, it's Rhode Island. He said Long Island.
Yeah.
Don't you feel dumb, Rob?
Yeah, I do now. All right, sorry about that.
Moving.
Wow. Yeah, don't move. Stay in Rhode Island. What's happening? You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah, I think I figured out why Rob G hates you. It's because you're Rob and he's Rob G.
Is that it?
Too many Robs. Trust me, man. I'm around too many Robs.
He's like, why do I have to have the initial? Right.
Racist.
What?
Yeah, next week, Next week, you should be Rob P, and he should be Rob, and he'll be your best friend.
Oh, that ain't
Yeah, I was trying.
All right.
What you got for us?
Yeah, it was a classic. So I'm Dominican. I was in Dominican in February, and it's a huge deal there because we don't have a team. We don't have a professional baseball team, obviously. We have a ton of players that go to the league. You're walking around. Everyone had their Yankees hat, Red Sox hat, and you'll see like a ton of National Dominican League hats. This is the chance where you actually have a team that's for your country and you're rooting for them. And the degree of difficulty is like, it's a different element. Thinking of like the baseball classic, it's single elimination.
It's not single elimination. There's
It's
not.
Yeah, after the first round.
Is it double?
No, it's
or just the way the rounds work wherever you are.
It's not that. There's a tournament. It's you know what I mean, and you go into different brackets, and it's not one and done. Otherwise, some of these teams would have been out before that. So I get it. He was trying to make it like
he was saying it's big. It's big there. He's from the DR, and he knows how much.
Which is fine. My point is, it's not bigger than the World Series, and it's just that's what my contention.
So are you saying it's not? It can't be for somebody else. Meaning, like if I'm, as he said, I'm such and such. I'm Juan Soto from the DR, and I say, Rob, it is to me. You don't buy that? That's the part I'm saying. I believe you for Rob Parker. Grew up in Brooklyn, grew up in Queens. I mean, I get it.
I just don't. I don't think it's bigger than the World Series.
See, that's where we disagree.
Yes, all right.
I believe I'm with you on American. Most Americans or who aren't overly attached to their motherland, like their mother country, country of origin.
Let's squeeze these last two in on this, and then we got Julian McWilliams. All right, let's do it. Justin in El Paso, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Justin?
What's going on, fellas? Appreciate y'all taking my call.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, so I agree with Rob on this. I mean, it's cool, but with right now, with this time of year with the sports and whatnot, kind of in that in transition phase.
Right.
Like you were saying, it's kind of like a glorified exhibition game, and not to mention, we don't even have all our aces pitching. Like, where was Scooble? Where was Skeens? So I agree with Rob. It's definitely not in the same conversation as the World Series, even though these countries might view it as their World Series. At the end of the day, the World Series stands alone.
That's what I'm saying. I just can't put it on par with that, and I'm not saying that they can't enjoy it but the idea that you would say you're a major league player that winning this exhibition series in March is bigger than winning the Fall Classic in October, I'm sorry. I'll never sign up for that, ever. Bobby in Newark.
Sound like you was at the Kid Rock joint.
You're the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Bobby?
Hey, Rob. I heard you talking about the Golden Girls cruise earlier. You took me back.
All right.
The night that we met, and
yeah, okay.
I tried to email you.
You know what, Rob G?
Do not come.
Who is that? Who called up?
They said Bobby. What do you mean? Who?
Who is that?
He told you.
Rob.
Who called up?
Do we gotta talk?
Who made that up? You know what? Rob G, Alex, you guys.
I knew our show was big. I knew we were national, but I didn't know everybody was listening. Even people on cruise boats. Oh, I'm crying, y'all.
Y'all are. Hey, you know what? You want me to do a Kenyon Martin on you? Go ahead. That's what I'm going to call it now. Kenyon Martin on a producer. You want me to undress you right now?
Well, you might have did that with Bobby.
Rob, what email did you give him?
It wasn't me.
I'm crying, y'all.
Who?
Woo. Where'd you put your Golden Girls thing? Put it up here. Is it just Bobby? Have a.
Here we go with my Golden Girl. If your wife didn't give it to me, I'd step on it right now.
Oh, I'm crying, yo.
All right, let's go.
All right. Thank y'all for
I
that.
need baby oil.
Julian McWilliams coming up. Right now, Martin Weiss. Woo. Y'all crazy.
Y'all are ridiculous. Speaking of ridiculous, this Oklahoma City Thunder Brooklyn Nets game, Kelvin, we do have a development. Jalen Wilson for the Brooklyn Nets has scored 12 points. He's the only person for the Brooklyn Nets in double figures. You got Tyson Etienne has 9 points, and somebody named Nolan Traore, all due respect,
Man.
And this is not the World Baseball Classic, like, third place game. This is not Team Italy.
No.
This is the Brooklyn Nets playing.
This is bad.
94-62. 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter, but that game's been well over. I mean, dude, they had 24 points at the half. All right. To real games in the NBA. Well, this one's not so much. The Portland Trailblazers would take 108-90 lead over the Indiana Pacers. The Raptors lead the Bulls 81-57. The Timberwolves lead the Jazz 85-70, and the Clippers lead the Pelicans 76-71. There's not a single. All right, here's a game where maybe two teams are trying. The Hawks and the Mavericks. Atlanta leads Dallas 67-56. But actually, no, there isn't one. Denver and Memphis 51 is tied. The tie game 51 apiece with 2 minutes left in the first half. But Rob did cash a bet today. The Boston Celtics beat the Golden State Warriors. That's about the only two teams that are trying.
It's all bad out here, man.
120-99. Boston gets the win there. Men's college basketball, Prairie View A&M punches its ticket to the round of 64. Beating Lehigh 67-55 in the first game of that. Second game right now, Miami of Ohio in their 31-1 record, losing only in the conference tournament against SMU. Miami leads 15-13, just under 10 minutes left in the first half. NFL news. The Eagles acquiring Andy Dalton from the Panthers, sending a 7th-round pick in next year's draft back. The Colts signing wide receiver Nick Westbrook-Akine and linebacker Akeem Davis-Gaither. Dallas Cowboy linebacker and Cincinnati Bengal linebacker Logan Wilson is retiring from the NFL after 7 seasons. The Cardinals signing wide receiver and returner Devin Duvernay to a 1-year deal. And the WNBA and WNBA Players Association verbally agreed to a new collective bargaining agreement earlier today. Fellas, back to you.
All right, have a great night, Martin. Thank you. Odd couple, Rob and Kelvin on a Worship Wednesday. Hey, are you into video games? What about celebrities or just a good time? The Global Gaming League is a video game league with celebrity-owned teams from T-Pain to Neo, competing in everything from Call of Duty to Tetris. Sign up now. Join the league now at globalgamingleague.com. Joined now by Julian McWilliams, CBS Sports national baseball reporter, by Julian Mac on X. Julian, what's going on?
What's up, fellas? How you doing, man? I'm happy to be here. How you guys doing?
What's up, buddy? How are you? When I knew Julian, he was a young baseball writer, the young guy trying to get into baseball writing. Now he's one of the best in the business. Father with 2 kids now. I remember when you had none. Unbelievable.
Yeah. I appreciate that, Rob. Thank you.
I know about that kid life. Yes. I feel like I got them all, Julian. I got 3. 3 in the 2020s is like having 6 in the 80s, boy.
That's right.
Man, I hear you, bro. It's just because the shop is closed over here.
Yeah, I got to do that. Hey, man, Rob G, I got to do that.
But Julian, along with covering baseball for CBS, loves baseball like I did. He played baseball in college and stuff. But, Julian, we've all heard the WBC, the United States loses. I guess we should start there first, just the whole idea that, when Japan got knocked out, this was supposed to be the United States. Instead, the bats go cold, only 4 runs in the last 2 games, and nobody hit.
Yeah, nobody hit. And in fact, Rob, throughout the entire game, they just seemed dead to me, right? And I know these other countries that come with different passions. You heard Suarez talk about winning it and what that meant for his country. And I just think overall the U.S. they just didn't come to produce. Aaron Judge turned into Aaron Judge again. He's people calling him the James Harden of Major League Baseball. Oh, wow. So it comes a time where I think you have to produce. Obviously, Bryce Harper had his moment, but he did not have a good series. You look all across the board.
I'm glad you said that because everybody always talks about, well, he had a home run, but he batted like 140.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Right.
And then another part of this is Mark DeRosa. Like if you think he put on a great show for him to be a manager, then you're wrong. I think one of the mistakes he made beyond just him not knowing that they didn't clinch was the fact that he had Gunnar Henderson on the bench. He had Gunnar. I don't care for lefties on the mound. For Alex Bregman, a guy who is a good player, but he's not Gunnar Henderson. I mean, and so you look across that entire time, I think this lineup and that game, I think this could have been a different situation but I'm happy Venezuela won.
Yeah, I mean, they and listen, by the way, got to give them some credit, too. They beat Japan, they beat America, and obviously they lost to the DR, but they played arguably the 3 toughest teams, so you got to give them some credit there. Do you think, we just mentioned, as Rob and I were talking about it, do you think in the back, not that I fully believe the Americans played hard, but in the back of their brain,
for sure,
spring training starts in a week. You know, I'm trying to repeat if I'm a Dodger, Will Smith. I'm trying to get back. We were a couple years ago if I'm Aaron Judge. Do you think that played anything back in the head that, like, it doesn't mean quite as much to the average American? So, we're competing, but we'll be all right.
Yeah, maybe, but, like, you sign up for it, but you got to come to play. I mean, let's not act like Venezuela didn't have major league guys on their team that had to get back to spring training, right? You look across the board of their majority of the position players were big league guys. Suarez, Wilyer Abreu, Ronald Acuna Jr., who has hardware, who has MVPs, who's more successful than a lot of players on the U.S. team. So we just can't look at this situation and say, hey, the USA had to get back to spring training. Sure they did, but they just got their butts beat. And I think that's what it comes down to. At the end of the day, I think they came to the tournament arrogant. I think they look at it a little bit differently in some cases than other teams do. Whether it's right or wrong, that's for people to perceive. But when you come into a situation, you come into a tournament, you commit to competing, then then that's what it is. You have to commit. Venezuela played an awesome game. They were led by veterans who have been there before. We got to remember that too. Salvador Perez is a World Series champion, right? He's been in the league for 15, 16 years. That counts for something. He's 35 years old. Again, Ronald Acuna Jr., he's a guy that's played for a Braves, a winning organization. So these are situations that you're looking at saying, okay, yeah, the U.S., sure, they might have been thinking about spring training, but I think everybody was at that point. Venezuela, too.
Our guest is Julian McWilliams, CBS Sports.
He fired up. He mad at them.
National baseball reporter, absolutely. He always has the passion. Julian, let's talk about the season. Starts next Wednesday. I'll be in San Francisco. The Yankees at the Giants. I think you said you're covering, the Mets the next day, the Mets opener, right, the next day?
Mets Paul Skeens against the Mets, opening day.
There you go. It's so crazy. 40 years ago when I started covering baseball, I went to opening day. It was the Mets and Pirates 40 years ago. It was in Pittsburgh, though. So let me ask you about this year. I know that's crazy. I didn't realize that it's the Mets and Pirates.
Yep. Well, I was just laughing that he said Mets versus Paul Skeens. He ain't even mentioned the Pirates. Ain't nobody else to mention.
Just coming into the year, I mean, I know a lot of people think that the Dodgers automatic, they're going to win. They almost didn't win last year. In fact, I think the Blue Jays choked and should have won the World Series. Do the Dodgers have too much, or are you looking at this upcoming season with the Yankees are getting some pitching back? Maybe they're better. Where are you on the odds of who wins the World Series?
I think it's fascinating to have these conversations early on, and I think the Dodgers, you got to take into account they've had these 2 World Series runs, and that takes a lot of toll, a lot of wear and tear on your body, right? Like even last year, they were dragging to the finish line. And I think you're looking at that and you're saying, can they do it again? Can they three-peat? It's hard, man. It's hard winning in this league. And I think they'll be there in some sense, be it the NLCS or ALC, or the NLCS or the World Series. But I'm not too certain they'll win. The Yankees, look, Rob, I grew up a Yankee fan. Obviously, I'm not a fan anymore. But I'm looking at the arrogance of that organization from top to bottom. They don't change. And what I mean by that is they came back with the exact same roster, minus getting Garrett Cole back, and thinking they're gonna do something, right? You look at that lineup and you say, okay, who are the guys outside of Aaron Judge who you can count on just to put the ball in play? That's the problem when they get to the postseason. Is that sure you can hit all those home runs in a regular season and say, when you're coming off of a flight at 4 a.m. and the pitchers, they don't have as much time to game plan for you. Teams are going city to city. Yeah, you can whoop up on those guys at that time. But what do you do when people are game planning for you day after day after day? And the Yankees don't seem to have a counter for that. My pick, honestly, I think I'm going with the Blue Jays again.
Wow.
Because look, I think they've been here before. They showed that they can play without Bo Bichette. They added what's the cat's name? The Japanese player, the third baseman, to their lineup. I think they're going to be. I think they're going to be there. I think it's going to be Phillies and Blue Jays. That's
Phillies and Blue Jays. You heard it right there. I love it. That's something different.
Yeah.
I love
and
it.
after all that, we'll be right here, Dodgers and whoever.
Yeah, there we go.
Dodgers, I don't know.
Kelvin does the Dodgers pre and post game.
That is irrelevant. Don't act like they ain't been in about 7 World Series in the last decade.
Julian, there you go. I just want to give you some context so you understand what I have to deal with every day. But anyway.
Yeah, technically, Rob, they got 2 World Series, man. That Mickey Mouse World Series in 2020 don't count.
There you go.
Oh, okay. And and not even to mention the other ones they've gone to.
Well, they choked in those.
Well, because somebody was beating on trash cans. That's why. Beating on them. They got a new name, the Trastros.
All right.
Julian, man, we appreciate you.
That's right. Thank you for your time, my man. We'll see you at the ballpark.
All right, fellas. Thanks so much.
No doubt. Last call on the way, 877-99 on Fox. Last call,